Which makes it even funnier with the whole BRICS initiative, but... Yeah, no one ever blamed them for being intelligent. Anyway, speaking of lack of intelligence, this is Fanfiction Contempt Theater! Get the fuck out of here, Stylish. I don't fucking care.
Arrived.
Yes, you did just arrive. So anyway, fellas, tonight on Fanfiction Contempt Theater, I felt we should go and explore new horizons.
Christ.
Like Fairy Tale.
I wouldn't consider Fairy Tale a new horizon.
Oh no.
I mean, really, it's more of a trip to the next state.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, is a new horizon.
It depends on how many of the states you visited. How often you've been that state.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure leaving Chicago is a new horizon for you.
Not really. I left Chicago plenty of times. I specifically picked a college 916 miles away to try somewhere new.
And then you went back.
Because the program sucked ass. You know as well as I do, their video game management program was a crock.
It was so fucking bad. Oh, God. The fact that I got banned from QA from QAing too good should tell you all
that
you
was
need
not
to
even the
know.
least of the problems.
Oh, I know. Also, the fucking ESG shit that you guys had to put up with. Oh, God. Anyway. Embers of the Soul. It's a little known fact, but the term celestial wizard is a misnomer because these mages are capable of summoning spirits from any realm and can find themselves linked to worlds darker than they could have ever imagined. Yeah, they can summon spirits from any realm as long as it's the spirit realm, because every celestial spirit mage in Fairy Tale can only summon from the spirit realm.
Really? I thought they could summon from Happy Land.
I mean, that is basically called Happy Lands. But yeah, so, okay, we're going with a massive retcon to a gigantic branch of magic with far-reaching consequences. I'm sure the author will handle this with alacrity and aplomb.
That's a lot of words to say they're gonna fucking ignore that.
Yes. It is from one such hellscape that a malevolent spirit has come and latched itself into Lucy, intent on taking her over and destroying everything. First off, I feel like this is kink material.
Probably.
Second off, I mean, I only say it's a kink material because it's listed as a horror romance story with Lucy times Natsu. So I can only imagine it's some sort of fucking twisted female author's wet dream of like, oh, but there's an evil part of me, and only the love of the man I love is gonna drive the evil out of me.
There's no fucking that evil out of her.
Okay, yep, yeah, Inheritance Cycle and Twilight Story. Yes, this is a female author. Because guess what? Guess what her second story is?
Harry Potter.
An Inheritance Cycle self-insert where Galbatorix captures her, the author, from Earth. She is then trained by the best magicians ever, and even Murtagh, because he's so hot. And will Marielle finally see the evil in her new king? And if she does, will she ever be able to let go of the broken aches of her heart to turn on them? So yeah, this is an OC times Murtagh, and she's also totally entranced by Galbatorix's hotness as well. This is a permanent hiatus. It's never going to be updated ever again. But female author, female author, female author.
Of course.
Oh. Also, their entire favorites list is Harry Potter stories featuring Draco. So.
Telling.
Yeah. In the words of my stepmother, if you didn't want it to be a stereotype, then stop doing it.
Very wise.
Shockingly.
Well, I mean, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
True. Very true. Worth is measured in love.
Shit, Sneaky, you ain't worth a damn thing.
I guess not.
Oof.
A gothic fairy tale of a scarred beast with the heart of a prince. A blind beauty who sees better than anyone. A poor hero who yearns for true justice. And a trapped princess with an unbreakable spirit, all brought together by tragedy and love. Okay, so first off, what the fuck does this have to do with fairy tale? Second off, why do we have Beauty and the Beast here, Rapunzel, and Robin Hood, I guess?
It's Kingdom Hearts, isn't it?
No.
No,
it's a fairy tale story. They're all fairy tale stories.
yes, but it's a Kingdom Hearts crossover, isn't it?
No, they're all just pure fairy tales.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, okay. This is by the same author. Here's the next one. The Heart Goes On. While this is, by the way, a fairy tale story. I want that to be clear. Keep that in your head as I read this summary. While exploring the Titanic, researcher Shiki Granbell is seeking treasures on the ship that somehow vanished. His search leads him to the Titanic survivor, Lucy Hartfilia, who tells him a story of two inter-class romances and an inter-class family who rely on love to get through the world's greatest tragedy. Quite literally, this is fairy tale, but it's just Titanic.
You rewrote Titanic with fairy tale characters. Fucking really.
Yep.
That is some lazy bullshit.
This is the same author. So yeah, quite literally, they are just rewriting other stories in the flavor of whatever series they're writing for. Oh boy. A bunch of has-been hotel shit, so female author. Yep, this is just female author. Yep.
I request that you perish.
And also known as erotic Natsu Dragneel.
What?
Natsu came to the future to fight Akanolgia, but before he can embrace his destiny, he's gonna have a lot of fun. Naruto. Natsu gets a large harem. He's also a badass motherfucker, and he fucks mothers, and Naruto has massive harem, and Naruto has sex, and if I say more about this story, I would spoil it.
I took sanity damage from hearing that.
No problem. You can guess that this is probably a male author.
Not necessarily. There are some female authors who actually write harem stories. But it's probably male.
I'm a heavy harem fan, and I don't have a favorite couple, but I do have some waifus. Probably a guy. Oh man, what else? Other stories. Oh wow. Oh man, this guy is interesting. He writes some interesting stories. Kazuma gets creative, and this is in all caps. This is a Konosuba story. With the power of get creative supporting him, Kazuma is ready to start his journey, and Aqua is going also, but not because she wants to. Minor crossover with Hidden Dungeon, Aqua bashing, Megumin bashing, massive bashing, eventual harem, lots of sex, Konosuba hijinks. That's about what I expected out of this character. Let's see, how long has he been on fanfiction.net? Since 2015. Since 2015. So he's been on here from 2015, and previously he was a guest reviewer on some people's pages. So I'm going to assume that he is, let's see, 2015, average age of possibly 10 to 12. It's probably a 2003 kid, which makes him 20 years old now. And he's still horny posting, so he probably lives in his parents' basement.
Come on now, I horny post every day.
Yeah, you do.
But I get paid.
We are indeed equating you to this 20-year-old, if that's what you're wondering.
Yes.
No, hang on.
Yeah.
He's not like a useless member of society. Sign, I mean.
Thank you.
I don't think I know enough about sign to make that call.
I don't know.
As
I'm
far
not
as I know,
convinced.
the horny posting is a side job, right?
Yeah.
For now.
Until I start making enough money to make it a main job.
Yeah.
Well, see, once you do that, you'll cease being a functioning member of society.
No, they call those authors.
No, you'll become Japanese.
I don't.
Where are you going with this?
Restraint. I'm restraining myself, Max. Be proud of me. I'm
very proud of you right now. You're doing it live on stream. Good job.
At that point, when you're getting paid to horny post, you're just a light novel author.
God, this is one of the worst. I like how he keeps digging the hole, unprompted.
He just brought out the fucking jackhammer. He's like, I'm gonna go away on this thing.
You're right. I'm gonna keep digging.
So anyway, I do want to read another little part of this guy's profile here, because this is like last updated in 2019, which makes me feel like my estimate of his age might be a little bit too high. Tell me if this doesn't feel like a 16-year-old, okay? I am also known as Imperial Flame God. Some of you may recognize me for my brutality and leadership of the DXD social groups. I am crude, but it's because I do not tolerate foolishness.
Oh wow, that is special.
One of the things about me you will learn quickly is I'm honest and blunt. I don't mean to insult you, I simply tell it like it is. So yes, you're still young enough that you haven't figured out the difference between the two yet.
You don't understand what tact is.
Yeah. If you want ideas for improvements on your stories, I'll give you my 2 cents, but you don't have to take my advice. Well, if you take my advice, you'll be killed by what you don't know.
If anybody's coming to you for advice, they have larger problems than writing.
Yeah, honestly, what's the largest story this guy's written? Okay, 65 chapters. What's the word count? 273 words. Okay, not bad, not bad. But still, all of your stories are just sex. Literally, all of his stories are just sex. What?
I feel directly personally attacked.
Yes, that is fair. You do write a lot of sex in your stories. However, there is a story that exists outside of just the sex.
Well, yeah.
And I mean, typically, like, from what I've seen of a lot of your stories, it's like, okay, yeah, so there's a plot, and there's, like, power sets, and people have goals. Part of those goals is sex, and I'm going to write about it a lot, but, like, the sex isn't the goal, usually.
Sex is one of the 3 driving forces of humanity. So, people like reading about it. And seeing it and participating.
Well, imagining they were participating at least.
And that, yes.
Speaking of driving forces of humanity, like, well, I already asked. Max already knows about this, but Sneaky, you've met me in person. Did I give off some kind of like hyper gullible and/or incredibly desperate vibe? Because for the second time, a supplier has hit on me.
I will say you do give off the desperate fuckboy vibe.
Dude, start taking advantage of that shit.
What?
Minorly. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Between the nerdy-ish look and just, like, your general demeanor, you do give off a bit of a desperate, naive fuckboy.
Wow.
Maybe that's why suppliers keep trying this shit. Because, like, I'm not, like, I know what I am.
You're
I know
also
I'm not
young
attractive.
and successful, so there's also that.
Yeah, but, like, I'm not attractive. I'm not ugly, but I'm not attractive.
You would be surprised how much money and how much money they think you have can smooth any sort of level of physical attractiveness over.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, it's not like I'm like, yeah, I have my own startup. Like, I work as a purchasing agent. I'm a buyer.
Yes. You move large amounts of money.
It doesn't mean I have large amounts of money. It means I move large amounts of somebody else's money.
I have some bad...
People conflate the two because they're IQ.
Yeah. That. Yeah. So anyway, we have his largest story here is Naruto Uzumaki the Sex Ninja. After tricking the 3rd Hokage with his jutsu, Naruto decides he is going to become the Sex Ninja. A route that will lead him down a path that nobody expected, which is him having a massive amount of sex. Some characters will not be themselves, so they can fuck Naruto.
So he's Rule 63 in some people, okay?
I think he was more talking about just out of character, like Kerr and I would never fuck Naruto.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair too.
Yeah. Sona DXD, you pretty attractive girl, so find yourself boyfriend. These were the words that make Sona Citri think about the leader of the perverted trio, Issei.
No, literally the worst possible choice before Rias gets to him.
What?
And after Rias gets to him, it's too late.
You're pretty. Go find a boyfriend. Who could be my boyfriend? Oh, I'll get in with this fucking retarded, degenerate, weak beta male, fucking who gets beat the shit out of by girls every day because he can't stop sexually harassing them. Yeah, he's perfect boyfriend material.
This is perfect material. I mean, now, to be fair, if it was, this is perfect material to convince them to never meddle in my affairs again.
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, yeah, no, absolutely.
But the author's not that smart.
Wait, no, I got you. I got you one better. I can fix him.
No, honestly, if you wanted to write a Sona times
is not
Issei
that
story, no,
stupid.
she's not that stupid, by the way. If you wanted to write a genuine Sona times Issei story, I'm sorry, just look at Hallmark. Just literally pull a Hallmark movie on this shit, right? Oh, Issei is literally the worst, most completely useless human to ever exist. By picking up him as my boyfriend, I'll make my parents regret everything, and it'll do massive amounts of reputation damage, and I'll just absolutely be making a mockery of them and shit, right? And then the entire story is that over time, Issei turns out to be not as fucking obnoxious as she thought once he actually had something to focus on that wasn't just random people, i.e. her, and she gaslights herself effectively into loving him like every fucking Hallmark movie.
Fair.
Yeah. Alternately, she decides that she's going to take Issei on out of pity, and that we're gonna make this into a damn it. What's the play that has Get Me to the Church on Time?
Get Me to the Church on Time?
The one where the British guy, he's like a diction coach, and he takes a Cockney chick and makes her like a proper high class lady.
Oh, Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
Pretty Woman, yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't think of the time. Right? Like, you're an right? Just starts out with you say, you are an absolute embarrassment to society and every human being. And I'm going to teach you how to not be a dickbag. Like, it's still technically I can fix him, but like, oh no. This is a hot mess and I'm going to beat it into shape.
An actual fixing, not the typical woman moment fixing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus Christ, this guy is just relentless with DxD, which, I mean, I'm not surprised, but the Conquering Dragon. Issei's boosted gear awakens at a young age, making him extremely horny. And he finds a way to involve it in his sex life. AU Issei times harem. There is a lot of sex, and no one is in character. Smart Issei, Dark Issei, OP Issei.
Okay, see, you started off with a halfway decent premise right there at the beginning with the whole boosted gear awakening early thing. Then you just completely dropped the fucking ball. I could see Issei being a completely different person due to Drake's influence and actually getting a harem and actually fucking his woman as opposed to canon.
Yeah.
But you have to make everyone else actually be in character, otherwise it's
just
no, you might as well write a fucking different story.
Also, I really love how this author is now putting in his summary, it's another Imperial Sama special, so get ready for it.
Trash.
Oh god, this dude's got such a massive fucking ego. I mean, admittedly, his stories are getting 4,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. They're getting a lot of favorites. They're getting some traction in these communities. But again, if you're going into the DxD community, most of the people there are just there for Lamau, Issei, OP, Lamau, sex. That's pretty much what a majority of the DxD community is there.
It's really all they want.
It's
Yeah.
a target-rich environment. I can milk these fuckers for money.
Chronicles of the Opie Dragon, another DxD story with an Imperial special. This time, there's lots of sex. Issei times large harem. So literally nothing special. Valley DxD version 2. Basically the original, but I made some changes.
So why didn't you just change the original numbnuts?
Because that wouldn't get him as many clicks.
Oh, exploitation. Gotcha.
Yeah. Naruto the Anubumaki.
I'm sorry, the what?
Naruto the Anbumaki.
What? What?
Yep. Naruto is adopted by Genma and some other people, and then they turn Naruto into a proper shinobi. AU. Massive harem. Naruto has lots of sex.
So it's Anbu Brat, but with, porn.
Yes.
No, fuck off.
Got all of these stories are literally just Naruto and Issei get power-ups, and now they have a massive harem and they fuck lots of women. And I'm gonna viscerally describe their sex lives to you.
Please desist.
See, I'm sorry. Like, look, I can understand why people might watch porn, because that's at least close enough, right?
It's immediate gratification.
I get it. But I'm sorry, Cyan, but I just do not understand how someone can read a book and be like, oh yeah, these words on a page are making me horny.
Sneaky, when you imagine an apple, describe the apple you're imagining for me. Is it red and apple shaped, and does it look photorealistic, or is it just, do you just see the word apple in your mind?
Oh, it's a fucking red apple. It's got a little bit yellowish green at the top near the stem.
So, okay, you have a functioning imagination, dude?
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah, I know.
How would you feel if you hadn't eaten breakfast this morning, Sneaky?
Well, since I didn't, I actually ate a larger lunch. But yeah, I was hungry.
There we go.
No, I getcha.
Literally, it's the high IQ man's.
I know.
Body.
I know. It's just I can't comprehend it. Like, I can model a lot of shit about stupid people. I just cannot understand this.
It's literally junk food. Sometimes you just want to eat trash.
I mean, I guess, but
You ever go to McDonald's?
no,
You know it's horrible. You know you can make a better hamburger at home, but
I do.
you know what? You're tired, you're lazy, you're hungry, and you kind of want that dirty burger.
See, the problem here is that you're implying that I have to leave my house first, which obviously on the objective scale of laziness, me leaving my house is more effort than me making my own food.
This is a fair point.
Which is it's honestly how I get through a lot of things. Like, sure, I have immediate access to a patio outside that I could smoke to my heart's content on, but that would require me leaving the house. Sure,
Steps.
the alcohol is literally right down the street, but that would require me leaving my house. Yeah, the trash is building up, but that would require leaving my house.
No, you gotta take care of that shit.
I do. The only thing I let build up is recyclables.
Well,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
doesn't. Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, I
No.
washed them first.
Wait, recycling. What is that? What kind of? Oh wait, I can't use that word on Discord. What kind of person like that does that sort of thing?
Someone who is required by state law to, unless I want to face heavy fines. Yeah,
Yes,
Wait,
many states require that.
yeah,
I just threw that shit away.
yeah. I'm not allowed to. Being
What
that
are they gonna do? Go through your fucking trash one bag at a time?
literally, yes. Apartment complex, remember?
You say don't drop it off at the apartment complex trash barrel, trash can.
But then I have to go farther. Why the fuck would I do that?
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's less effort for him to separate his trash.
Yeah, literally.
You have a car, right?
Bro, I own a car. I have owned a car for 10 years now. You want to guess how many miles I have on this car?
Did you buy it used?
No, brand new.
10,000.
You're close. 30,000 miles. And about 25,000 of those miles were me moving from Florida to New Jersey to Vermont back to Florida and then taking an entire car-based trip out west where I did a massive circuit of the entire Midwest.
God damn.
I have put about 5,000 actual miles on this car outside of traveling. I don't
Fair.
leave my house.
Okay, look, you shut in. If you just drive your shit down to the local convenience store, you can dump it in their goddamn garbage can and not have to sort that shit.
Local convenience store, he says, to the man living in the middle of a forest.
The man living in the middle of the forest thought you were living in the middle of a city in
I
New
do
Jersey.
not. No, I would never. Fuck cities.
Based.
Anyway, so enough about C8 being a subhuman. Let's get back to fairy tale stories.
Oof.
I thought we weren't going to read about subhumans. A fairy tale is rife with them.
They are.
Yes.
Sneaky, the news story.
Yeah.
The Inquisition purges fairy tale.
I mean, that'd be a very short story, but incredibly based.
Yes.
Coming to a Compromise by Whack Off Biscuit.
That's a name.
Commissioned by Anonymous, Brandish becomes the ambassador to Fairy Tale after the war with Alvarez and gets close to Natsu. Lucy becomes jealous, so the two ladies come to an agreement on how to handle him by fucking him at the same time.
This is incredibly stupid. This is so incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
It hurts my soul.
What about this one? Fairies
before
and
you do,
Shadows.
Here's a question
Yeah.
for you.
Sure.
What do you think would make a good crossover with Harry Dresden? Because we see lots of bad Harry Dresden crossovers.
Good crossover with Dresden. Okay, so what kind of crossover are we talking about? Are we talking about like full fusion world? Are we talking about just one character shows up?
Dealer's choice.
Okay, so far I would have to say Tanya ending up in the Dresden world. That one's been a good one so far.
That was
Yes.
great.
I feel like Tanya not being reincarnated into the world and just showing up normally into the world, I feel like there's too many issues you would have to square with that.
It would
Yeah,
break
yeah.
every fucking thing.
Let's see.
Isn't it Beyond the Outer Gates Lies or something like that?
What?
It's a story.
That's one by Gabriel Blessing. No, not that one. I don't know what that one is actually. I just remember it's by Gabriel Blessing.
Yeah, it's Dresden ends up in high school DxD by going Beyond the Outer Gates. It's actually pretty good.
Oh, really?
You know what? Link me that.
Yeah, maybe I will read it then. I think the problem is that putting Dresden into another world without it being a fusion world results in just Dresden having no magical powers anymore.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
No, because he draws on the Never Never, doesn't he? For power?
Yes.
no, yes and no. Okay, he can do some magic from the Never Never, but not all of his magic comes from the Never Never.
I don't know, man. I believe Atin over you. He's the guy who's been trying to get me into Dresden for years.
As far as I know, and I will not say that I'm an expert, all magic pulls from the Never Never. Well, most. There is like
Okay, no, wizards
hate
do have
magic.
life magic. I will say that there is that. The wizards, I do remember the wizards have
Oh,
life
yeah.
magic.
Life magic is totally forbidden, though, except, Dresden fucking does it anyway.
Well, yeah, obviously.
No, he did necromancy, and he strode a very fine line. Because
Oh,
he
yeah,
didn't.
with a...
He specifically did not reanimate any people.
the dinosaur, right?
Yep. And the council was like, yeah, you're technically right, Dresden, but fuck you anyway. We're old men.
But yeah, Dresden again. Unfortunately, there's a lot of series where, like Harry Potter, for example, there is no concrete source of magic. But Harry gets tired from casting, so you can sort of say some of his magic's probably coming from him. They make mention about how Diagon Alley and Hogwarts are built upon ley lines, so maybe there's some ambient magic going on as well. But you can still say at the very base level that Harry Potter would be able to travel to, say, Mass Effect and still be able to cast magic. How much magic Harry Dresden could do in Mass Effect, for example. So I say Mass Effect specifically because Mass Effect takes place on a lot of planets that aren't Earth, and so if you're gonna be like, oh well, Earth is being affected by this shit, then the power gets removed.
I mean, you could go with the almost make it like the Force, because they do talk about how life magic is like creation and life and all that jazz, so you might be able to get away with making it almost like the Force. In that, right, it's just pulling from the energy of creation and life and everything around it and blah, blah, blah.
Right, so you wouldn't be able to cast magic in space. Or on planets that don't have lots of life on it.
I mean, yeah. But still, I mean, the vast majority of places you go, he'd be able to get, right?
You're not wrong. Yeah, there is a little bit more potential there. I feel
there's even a decent argument for him to being able to cast in places like the Citadel, because it's full of life.
That would be interesting.
And even like, for instance, I can imagine just like Mass Effect 2, he's on the collector ship and he's like, okay, I can technically do magic here, but oh my god, it's like drinking evil through a straw.
Yeah, I could dig that. Yeah.
Which one is the Dresden Files / Stargate crossover? That one was actually really good.
I have no idea.
No idea.
I think it's on Space Battles.
Maybe.
It draws from a wizard's will. Wait, hold on. Evocation, the most direct and noisy form of magic or sorcery, can only happen with blah blah blah. Combat situation, ability to use rituals usually works. Wizard, new evocation.
Found it.
Okay, so one type of magic. So like we said, so Dresden would still be technically capable of casting, just not as much and not as varied, but still capable of casting on other planets. Okay.
I mean, that'd be interesting. It'd also be funny to see him going around, right? Puts himself back into the phone book as wizard, constantly screams at people that he's not using Ezo.
Yeah. I feel like Ranma would be a decent crossover.
No.
Ranma's got plenty of magic.
The problem is Grandma's just gonna fucking upset everything. Which is, I mean, what he does, he's a shit stirrer by nature.
So is Dresden.
Here's the thing, I can see like a super desperate Ranma like, yo, I found, right, going to his friends, guys, I'm going to America. I found this dude in the phone book
Yeah,
listed as a
I
wizard.
found a wizard for hire in the phone book. It's the most
fucking
legit
word.
thing I've seen. Guys, I gotta try it.
And then the very minute Ramos sits down in his fucking office, Pike busts just to see the transformation and immediately shits a brick because, oh, wait, you're breaking one of the Wizarding 10 Commandments.
Well, that and, oh boy, this is technically a woman in trouble. Ape brain go ooh.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, and you can probably get away with doing some shit like, oh, you know, Ranma's other form is shunted into Never Never or some shit, and you know,
Yeah.
you could there's a decent amount of flexibility with incorporating Ranma and Dresden into a fusion world there.
Especially because I don't think it's ever explicitly stated, but like they imply that many of the trickster creatures and demons and stuff do come from the Never Never in all mythologies.
Yeah.
Because like you Dresden hasn't run into any for instance yokai, but that's because there aren't going to be yokai in the middle of Chicago. They're going to be in Japan because that's where the thoughts and fears and energy of that kind of thing is concentrated.
But I
No.
mean, a cursed series of springs would actually make sense for Justin. Just say it's some kind
Oh,
of
true.
fucking crossover with either the Never Never or the Outer Gates or some bullshit.
Well, no, I mean, no, there's that right. You don't even need to do that. Curses, like a magical curse exists.
Yeah.
So it's and right, like what was it? The dagger that he uses on the Red King, like that is 100% cursed.
I'm gonna be real. I kind of just want to see Ranma punch some vampires. I think it'd be funny.
He'd punch vampires and they'd go splat, and that'd be the
That
end
would
of
be.
them.
Now I'm just imagining the scene. Ranma punches a red and just punches them. They explode into blood, and he just goes,
Yeah.
Oops.
It's all right. They aren't people.
And then Raymond meets a white court, i.e. Inari.
Yeah.
That would go over. Actually, that would go over really well because he's got a shit ton of life force,
Yep.
and she could, chomp on that all day long.
Yeah.
That's true. But here's the flip side. She's about to go for it, and then halfway through, the water pipe hits him. I'm
still going for it.
She's still going for it.
very confused, but still going for it.
Yeah, and they're equally confused. Wait, you're not gonna stop? No.
Let's see. Sailor Moon would be funny enough.
That would be fucking hilarious.
I must help these women. She fucking laser beams an entire city block out of existence. Holy fuck!
I must help these women. City block is laser beamed out of existence. I have to stop these women.
No, he'd still want to
confused, horny noises.
Exactly.
What, guys? Sailor Murphy.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. The abundance of life on Earth produces a field of ambient magical energy that encompasses the entire planet. So it is linked to life. Okay, so we have that there.
Yeah, in that case, then theoretically any place that has enough life.
Yeah.
So certainly 90% of the planets that you visit, he'd be able to cast on.
I think he might even be able to do cantrips and shit on the Normandy as long as there's enough people around and say like a spaceship or a space station, it should be fine.
Yeah, certainly someplace like the Citadel, he'd just be like, cast.
What's the fucking shady place? The asteroid.
Omega.
Yeah, Omega.
Okay, interesting. And also, as well, on top of that, it does say here that in a small favor, they are able to isolate an area of any additional magical energy streaming in from life, causing the area to become magicless after a large battle occurs. So yes, there is possible for some areas on a planet to not have enough life energy.
Yes, but part of what that had to do with was that demons set up a incredibly massive basically
Yeah,
you can make a magic
yes,
right. Magic circles in
an
Dresden are
right,
ways
but
to cut off magic.
yes, that's what I'm saying. The magic came back after the shield went down, effectively.
Yes.
Which my
Yes.
point is then if you can create an area like that, and then the magic can come back to that area, that implies that there can be areas where magic doesn't exist at all normally.
Yes.
Not on Earth, but say on, like, I don't know, fucking Venus. You're not gonna have any magic.
Yeah, because they're right, and of course, one of the tricky things is like we don't know what life it right like, because obviously there were people doing magic in areas with incredibly low densities of people, right? So like
no, that's the
Venus
thing
is out.
though, is that it says the abundance of life on Earth produces the magic field, and the magic field is universal across the planet. Casting a spell does not deplete the local supply of magic, it depletes the intensity of magic across the entire planet. So basically, the entire planet's a fucking bucket. And whenever you cast a spell, instead of casting out of the small cup your area is, you're casting out of the bucket.
You're trying to empty the ocean with a fucking cup.
Yes.
And it's probably irrelevant as to the number of magicians you have. You'd probably never, unless literally everyone was casting, you'd never empty the bucket.
Oh, well, not only that, you'd have to stop the source because it would continuously refill, which the source is being that everyone's alive.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, as far as other Dresden crossovers that could work, Inuyasha, again, it's all the older series that I think
Inuyasha
Dresden
is way too OP.
What?
Hang on. Dresden did, granted, had a lot of help, but he did fight an elder god and not die.
Yeah. On the low end, Inuyasha just has demigod-like power. He can just whip that out at any fucking moment and level a city block, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Okay.
Dresden can't really do that.
Yeah. Now, what I'm saying here, though, is I'm not saying Dresden is going to be a frontline fighter always. I know he's going to try to be. There's a lot of points in Inuyasha where having someone who's just capable of magic or is magic knowledgeable would probably have helped them. Instead of being like, well, fuck, I guess we just gotta break the seal and fight it.
Yeah.
But Dresden going back in time would also be a violation of the rules.
No,
yes,
not
but
if
he's not the one putting himself back in time. That's the well.
Yes.
Thou shalt not swim against the stream of time.
Yeah. Well, he's not the one doing it.
You know what? I would say it would be. I would say that knowing once he explained it to damn, who's the guy who's guards the outer gate? The White Council wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once it was explained to him, the council would be like, okay, you can never tell anybody about this. You're not in trouble. If you ever open your mouth, you're dead.
That's fair. Also, the underplayed does bring up a good point here. You, operating word is you. You personally are not able to cast a spell that will make you go against time. But the well is kind of a hole.
Yeah.
It's a naturally occurring phenomena.
It's a literal loophole.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, listen. The council accepted. I didn't reanimate a person. I reanimated a T-Rex.
Exactly, yeah.
Right, with the explicit follow-up of, and I did it to stop a bunch of real necromancers. Get off my ass.
But yeah, I would say Dresden, as far as Dresden crosses go, a lot of the older shit would be a lot more forgiving.
Yeah.
A lot of newer shit, either whether it's cartoons, animes, mangas, comic books,
whatever.
It doesn't really matter.
He would go in DCAU.
I was gonna say DC's pretty forgiving with its magic.
DC's forgiving with its magic, but the problem with DC is that, unlike other series, Dresden's not going to change anything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. He ain't got shit on Fate. He ain't got shit on Fate.
There's already so many magic casters in both DC and Marvel that one more who's actually fairly weak on the power level and doesn't know as much as
Dresden's quite powerful. Dresden's actually powerful.
compared to
Dresden is-
Marvel casters, compared to the Ancient Sorcerer, compared to the Supreme one.
Are you guys
No, you're
comparing
thinking
Dresden to
Marvel. DC.
DC and Marvel?
I just said Marvel.
Okay, but
No,
I
we're
said
not talking
we were
about
saying
Marvel, we're talking about
DC.
DC.
Yeah, but I
You
was
said
talking about
DCAU.
Marvel.
You changed the topics right in the middle of it, Sneaky.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I
You
said
specifically said DC. You started
and
with
Marvel.
okay. Yes, he
That is-
does not fit in as well in Marvel. He fits in better in DC, where now the one issue
Yeah.
there is DC. You definitely have to. It definitely has to be like you have to bring Dresden to DC land because
Yeah.
Morgan Le Fay and literal Merlin.
Oh yeah, no fusion world. You cannot do a fusion. It would
No.
not work at all.
Fusion.
Yeah.
On the other hand, while Dresden would be better than Marvel, there's still fuckers like Dr. Fate and all the demons, Chaos Demons or whatever.
Yeah.
But like magically speaking, Dresden is not a lightweight, so you can certainly have someone like Dr. Fate or Etrigan teaching him how to flex that muscle in that universe.
That's fair, yeah.
Bringing him up.
True, but that also you would also then have to have Dresden be able to learn their magic. Like not all magic is probably the same.
Dresden
No, but
in
look- Okay,
Wildbow's magic settings.
okay, but
Yeah.
Wildbow has a magic setting.
Yeah,
Dresden-
it's called like
that's-
Scar or Scab or
incredibly
some
stupid.
shit. It's dumb. Yeah.
Probably
I imagine that's
probably
incredibly stupid. Hear me out though. Dresden hanging out with Zatanna.
Yeah. Okay.
They fucked up.
Who's the other guy? The Constantine? Yeah, John
Yeah,
Constantine.
Constantine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Constantine
Yeah.
and Dresden.
No, those two would kill
Constantine.
each other. Those two would kill
Constant-
each other.
The
That'd be
best.
hilarious, though.
Constantine would get on with Dresden like a house they both had on fire and are trying to kill each other in.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. The best.
Yeah.
It would be good.
Okay. Also,
Well,
I'm just
that's
imagining
what it is,
Dresden
it's
meets Batman and just immediately starts the shit talking.
I feel
Yes.
like if you're gonna have to pick a time period for Dresden to show up in DC, it would have to be post Blackstaff Dresden.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yep.
just go ahead and give him all his fucking power ups.
Yep.
Yeah. But also, you have to get him past the whole like I can't do a whole bunch of shit. Because if you're gonna pull Dresden into this world and he's gonna have all of these fucking handicaps while fighting people who don't, it's just gonna be like, oh, you're gonna get shit tons of people complaining. And you're gonna have to fucking talk your way out of a fucking paper bag every second about how Dresden can possibly pull shit off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, new universe, new rules. Plus, he's the Black Staff, so
wonder-
everything works.
yeah, exactly.
Hell, new universe,
wonder
new
if-
rules. He's got more power, probably.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be
I
right
wonder if the protection of true love would cross over somehow into DC.
Oh, definitely. True love is definitely a thing in DC.
Yeah, and how would it
Yeah.
protect him against certain DC things? Like, I know
don't
in
see why it
some
wouldn't.
parts of in some parts of DC in some worlds, Joker is actually like a fucking demon of chaos or something, so he keeps getting brought back every
You
time he
would
dies.
no, we would not
Or
be
he's
playing with
cause
one of
some chaos.
those.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't want to.
No,
No.
No,
Joker's
thinking
just a
he-
normal human.
no, yeah. Oh, really? I thought he keeps getting brought back by like chaos
He
demons or something.
does, but that's all bullshit. No, just stick with the DCAU version where Joker is just a normal human who occasionally, yes, does get brought back by a demon or some shit looking to fuck over everybody else. But
Yeah.
Also,
he's still just a human
specifically,
being.
the reason why that everyone's so invested in keeping Joker alive and why the Demons of Chaos keep bringing him back is because he's the concentrated, chaotic evil of Gotham's curse condensed into one person.
Mm.
And
I wouldn't even play the Gotham's Curse thing.
well, yeah, but also you would want to make sure that this guy is alive, and I mean, this is sort of the whole background reason as to why they're doing it. It's Joker's because they want Joker to stay the concentrated evil, because if it like backlashes and like starts to spread out across all entire Gotham again, that's going to cause mass casualties. And so the Joker existing is actually reducing the amount of people that would die.
Mm.
That sounds like bullshit.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
welcome to DC.
That
Fair.
sounds like as much bullshit as the Bat Who Laughs to me.
Indeed.
Although I'm gonna be honest, if there's one
How
hero
would
turned villain
Dresden work in Don Machi?
Poorly, like I said.
Okay, well,
He
none of his
probably
power
wouldn't.
comes from gods, so there's
yeah,
that.
he probably wouldn't trust the gods because of his dealings with like his experience with Fays and other otherworldly beings.
If you were gonna do it, it would have to definitely again be a post Blackstaff Dresden, because I'm sorry, early Dresden would just be too horny to get anything done, and he just doesn't know enough. Early Dresden just wouldn't have enough of anything to make him a viable, interesting story out of. Like, it's like, take Naruto for example, right? Naruto can just do general workouts and become fucking guy.
Yeah.
So putting him into other worlds while he's still young and doesn't know how to use chakra works.
Yep.
But
because chakra is also a boost, like physically, just passively, it helps you get way stronger.
May I introduce your new defense against the Dark Arts?
Dark Arts teacher.
The one teacher that doesn't try to kill Harry Potter.
And instead teaches him how to kill. Now, I've never met an evil wizard that can defeat lead.
Oh.
Let me introduce you kids to the power of gun.
I cast bullets.
Where did you say we were from again, Professor? America. That explains a lot.
It fucking works.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Harry still doesn't trust him, though. Not because he's possibly a dark wizard, but because he's American and the British hate the gangs.
That's fair.
I don't trust him. Why not? He's not trying to kill you. He's American. Fair enough.
Like he believes Dresden's plan is to make him eat American food and die of a heart attack.
No, hold up. To be fair, British food is way greasier than our shit.
Yeah, but it's nasty. Oh, that's true. It is, yeah. Now,
Dresden.
class, I know I'm supposed to teach you about Defense Against the Dark Arts, but welcome how to reach Flavortown, because your food fucking sucks.
Just bring some fucking grill into the class. Just starts grilling.
Now, how do you make a burger? You just shape meat? Fucking no.
I don't know. Percy Jackson.
No.
I feel like when you've got gods running around, including a goddess of magic and gods of multiple.
Well, it would definitely wouldn't be able to be a fusion world. 100% would not work at all. As far as
even the PJO fusion world doesn't fucking work in canon properly.
Oh, it doesn't at all. No. As far as a PJO character showing up in Dresden, lame, boring. As far as like Dresden showing up in PJO,
I'm gonna be honest. Kate's probably gonna make him put a baby in her.
Yeah,
that would be kind of funny. I'm gonna be real here. That's gonna be kind of that. Okay.
Either
this
that
exact
or
scenario.
With all the violence he gets into, Eri's sister Enyo.
This is like, honestly, that would be the exact sort of like perfection of Dresden and PJO humor meshed together there, though, where you're like, Percy's off on another fucking adventure, and for some reason, Annabeth is going through the phone book looking for someone, and she just so happens to find Harry Dresden in the phone book advertising himself as a wizard, and they're like, well, he's close by. Even if he's crazy, he could probably shelter us for a bit.
Or even if they fucking find not a phone, she wouldn't look through the phone book because of PGO canon. But if a page got ripped and ended up, and they take it as a sign of the gods, or Apollo being a dick sends them to it.
Right, and then they show up at his house or whatever, asking for help, and Hecate's the one answering the door.
Just in a
Oh,
robe, it's like, how the fuck did you find my booty call?
Oh, well, this is awkward. It's all in your imagination. Hecate
Titan's
fades
curse
into
when Zoe's
mist.
with her. Titan's curse when Zoe's with them. It's like, Lady Hecate?
Anyway,
Oh.
I think Dresden and Pokemon would just be funny.
Dresden, he would.
Like,
be,
you wouldn't
yeah.
have much to go on or go with or do anything with. I think it would just be funny.
it'd be a
Yeah,
thing-
especially when everyone thinks he's calling himself a wizard because he's a psychic specialist, and all of a sudden it's
No,
poison.
he's an aura specialist. He's an elemental aura specialist.
Yeah.
So that's how he trains his Pokemon, and his Pokemon train him. Basically, he's like, wait, you can do it like that? Holy shit! I think that would work. Like I said, though, like, you can't really go anywhere with it.
No, but it would be funny little slice of life story. With
Yeah,
Dresden
but it
and
would be
the Pokemon
funny.
team.
It would be like
Fucking
a
everyone-
shit-posty slice of life, sort of. You
Dresden
know.
would fuck with people by teaching a Slugma how to use Hydro Pump.
Yeah,
That's it, basically.
shit like that, yeah. Or just,
Like,
you
if
know.
you can spew out lava, which is liquid fire, why not water?
Why not just think about water?
Yeah.
Lava pump! Close enough.
Plus, free hot spring whenever I want.
Fucking just- Yeah, I mean, totally, absolutely fuck with everything, but why not? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. He's the kind of guy
Um,
that would find Giratina and fucking just fuck with everyone because Giratina just follows him around.
But I think, honestly, at the end of the day, Dresden can go into low to medium power stories, and as powerful as Dresden
100%.
is, the problem with a lot of higher power stories is that they start to get into conceptual bullshit.
Yes. Like, for instance, if you put him into DXD, it would never work unless you gave him the same stupid no-nonsense power-ups that Issei got.
I mean, Beyond the Outer Gate apparently was good, so how did they do that?
I believe they only, but I don't think they really got too far into that. Wasn't that just like a big one-shot, or was that?
No, he finished it.
Basically, it's wizards are strong because they don't actually show much in the way of human wizards, and Dresden's really, really strong apparently.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, he's OP
No.
while still being human.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I think I don't know. It's
Like,
been
you
years
want-
since I read it.
If you want an OP
I
human
think
to come
I'll,
and bitch
because
slap
I
everyone,
enjoy
just write about
Gabriel
Buddha.
Blessing stories, like, because I enjoy Gabriel Blessing, I think I'm going to enjoy reading it anyway. I don't think it's
Yeah.
going to be a story I'm going to tell other people they should read, but
Yeah. To be fair, Gabriel Blessing has this weird way of writing op protagonist characters that you don't really realize they're op until they actually fight something.
true, that's fair.
Like he does it. He did it with Hill of Swords. He did it with
Yeah.
In Flight. He's done it with his fucking SAO DXD one-shot story or whatever, where Kirito fucking solos the entirety of Rise's Peerage.
Ryzen.
Yep. And it's just like you don't the character interactions are so good that you just forget that this is a story about an op protagonist that doesn't have to worry about anything.
I think Dante and Dresden together would be a amusing reaction. Again, another story that I don't think you can really take anywhere, but I just think those two would just be funny together in the same room.
I think Dresden and Virgil would be funny together.
Really?
I think they'd be funny in
Yeah.
a different way.
Yeah, definitely.
Just Virgil having that one of like, oh god, another one.
There's two of
Yep.
them.
Yep. Yep, that's why. No, Dante and Dresden together with Virgil.
I think Dante would have some interesting coping mechanisms to teach Harry.
Dante would just start dancing with pizza. Simple as that.
See, now
Yeah,
my
no,
brain has only just produced an image of Dante and Dresden dancing with pizza to the fucking Yakuza. Is it Zero?
It's Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yakuza 0.
They're
It's
fucking
finally
dancing.
Friday.
Virgil finds, like, I'll visit my brother today. Opens the door to that, and it's just like, that's enough of my brother today.
That's enough of my brother for eternity. Yeah.
Fairy May Cry Devil Retribution by Iron117 Prime.
Oh God.
That
Why
is
are
a
we-
username?
Why are we looking at Fairy Tale?
Oh, it's because we've always been looking at Fairy Tale. We just
We
got
started with
distracted.
Fairy Tale.
That Fairy Tale One Piece crossover annoys really fucking irks me there.
Devil May Cry Fairy Tale crossover. After 7 years, Dante and the rest of Fairy Tale returns from Tenro Island. So
Is this
much
a
is...
sequel?
I guess, yeah,
Is this a-
apparently.
Wait, is this a sequel or did he just write that Dante was always there? We need to check his profile.
Oh god. Oh god. What are these fucking Oh my god.
Yeah, no. Fairy
What
Tale
are
has some of
these
the
stories?
Fairy Tale has some of
Oh.
the worst fucking crossovers. Oh no, this is
No,
old. Oh,
I'm on his
Ninja Turtles
profile.
Ninja Turtles and Frozen. What?
What the fuck
What
are
the
these
fuck?
stories?
Cartoon and Joe Clown.
So anyway, Fairy May
Sorry.
Cry. Dante's shop is trashed again, and now it's time to move on again. Our favorite devil hunter decides to join Fairy Tale. Wait, what the fuck?
Apparently he's just
It's
in
a fusion
Edelweiss.
world? What the fuck?
Apparently.
Why would
know,
you? Ugh.
I don't see Dante ever joining a guild.
Fairy Tale.
No, I don't see
No.
him joining a guild. No.
But
the
I
thing
could
is-
totally see. Here's the thing: he's the kind of guy that'd be like, you know what? I like some of the members in Fairy Tale. I'll give them a discount on jobs.
Yeah.
I like working
Yeah.
with them. Like, let's be fair. There's always something interesting going on in that guild.
I
True,
feel like
true.
Dante is the sort of
And
person
I
that
could-
would like rent a stall in the Fairy Tale world and then just go to the guild and chill at the bar in the guild.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I could see
And the
that.
thing is, Dante, with devil slaying magic being a fucking thing in Fairy Tale, that would actually kind of, yeah.
It would sort of work. I don't.
It does. It's still shit, but it
Yeah,
I can
it's still
sort of see
shit,
it.
but it would work, I guess.
I could see it not as a combined world, basically.
Yeah, it would have to be Dante and Virgil are just the son of a demon called Sparta.
Yeah. Or some fucking shenanigans like how Yamato cuts through space ended up with them both ending up in Fairy Tale.
Yeah, with the Quiploth when they destroyed the tree in the demon world
Yeah.
at the end of 5, and they end up in.
Yeah, that.
I mean, there's ways to get them there. It's just I don't know, man. I don't. He loves it at Fairy Tale. However, when his past comes to haunt him and target his new friends, Dante questions if he's worthy to be part of Fairy Tale or having friends.
That is not Dante.
Listen,
That
That
sounds
is
stupid.
not Dante.
all right, look. This is how this would go. I wonder if I can stick around. Looks at Laxus. Oh yeah, no. If they let him stick around, I can stick around.
Sees Laxus. Nah, sees Laxus and go, Virgil, did you get a dye job?
Virgil, when did you get here? And why did you bleach your hair?
Starts insulting Dante. Dante, do I really deserve to stick around? Looks around. Sees Laxus. Maybe. Sees Natsu and Gray destroy the guild again for the 110th time. Oh, that's right. That was dumb of me. Of course I can.
Yeah. Sees hot women and is like, staying here no matter what.
It's come hell or high water, they ain't making me move.
They've got alcohol, they've got hot women, and they've got good food.
I would say, don't forget the most important part. The chef makes a mean pizza.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And was it strawberry sundaes? I think it was.
Yeah.
Strawberry cake.
Yeah, no, strawberry sundaes. It's Sundays.
Oh, he likes them. I was thinking about the fairy tale
Yeah, oh yeah,
version.
no, I was talking about the Dante. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, either way.
Why is the Order of Swords showing up here? Times may have changed, but fairy tale insanity hasn't. So this dude has written a 1.2 million word series of Dante fairy tale fusion world.
Mm.
What the fuck is that?
I mean, I've seen bigger. where
A
fairy tale
red
fucking-
rose in a blue wind. Sonic and his friends come to a new world, one that Eggman hopes to conquer. Meeting new friends, that's to be expected of our heroes. New enemies, also to be expected. Caught between a war of two immortals, not the strangest thing that's happened to them, but definitely something new. This is rated T for swear words.
Oh no.
A Sonic the Hedgehog Ruby crossover. 20 chapters, 260,000 words.
No.
Joins 2013. And if he's like a lot of people that join up when they're about 12, this guy might be like C8 important.
Bro, that's what I said. I literally just said that earlier.
Fuck. I missed it.
No, not for this guy. For the last author we were looking at before you
Wait,
joined.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
I was like, well, normally the age is 12, so they must be.
You're all
But
degenerate
yeah,
freaks.
I'm gonna be honest. I've seen a bigger word count. from
God, this
than
is
the
so
Dante.
fucking cringe. Well, I mean, he's apparently spending all of his time writing all these other fucking stories that are so cringe. Alright. His fairy
get
tale
ready to
story is the
review-
largest.
Wait, he's staff of a community, the Big Six cinematic universe. What?
What?
SCU is going to take its time, once focusing more on telling a story than setting up a universe. Wait, what?
Hero
Wait,
6,
is this
what?
a giant collaborative multi-crossover Big Hero 6 story?
With 17 universe, with 17 stories, 26 staff, created by Super Saiyan Jin 219,
Jesus.
Oh my
who has a My Little
God.
Pony profile picture with his own OCs.
And only 4 of them are
Personally-
left.
And wait, really? Did they all get deleted? Why does it say
They
fucking
all are
17?
gone. No. Basically, when an author removes their story, it doesn't get removed from the community.
Really?
So the community still has that entry.
And the founder wrote 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
there's his My Little Pony fucking OC profile pictures.
Yep.
Oh wow.
The Anime Avengers verse. Oh my God, is that what they really called it originally? The Anime Avengers.
I Am Prime still has that up on his fucking thing. Avengers season 2 with cartoon crossovers with Ben 10, Danny Phantom, fucking Symbionic Titan, American Dragon, Secret Saturdays. He's got Avengers of the Multiverse all on with cartoon crossovers all on his fucking
Yeah, I see them. Oh my God, this is just so fucking terrible. Holy shit, this is the worst.
Oh fuck.
Jackie Chan Adventures crossed over with which?
Yes.
What?
The French cartoon? Which?
The I was assuming this was the fucking hentai thing.
No, I don't think so because they're all doing cartoons.
Okay, yeah. So this is the
J-Witch.
Italian fantasy Disney cartoon.
Oh, right, it's Italian.
Oh, so much better.
J Witch. It's got a TV tropes fucking J Witch series.
Okay. The Frosty Adventures of King Icewan Quan Kaneko in Fairy Tale. Juan Kaneko from Adventure Time is
There
normal
is no
magic
Michael
list.
Mann.
Well, he is now.
This is an OC. This is an OC. I'm guessing the fucking son of the Ice King or something.
Juan Kaneko is a normal magicless teenager in a world where magic, demons, mages, wizards exist, but then one day, the Ice King's golden crown fell from the sky, and now he has powerful ice magic.
But does he has the Ice King's based fucking attitude of once she's underage, he disappears, doesn't want anything to do with her?
Once she's underage?
Wait, what?
Yes. So Princess Bubblegum ended up going through a surgery that turned her back into a kid form, and the Ice King went, "Oh fuck, I'm out of here," and just flew out a window
Based?
because he doesn't go for him underage.
Not a shamanic?
Surprising.
Yeah, he's always trying to get Princess Bubblegum to marry him, but as soon as she's underage, he's out of there.
Alright, I can respect that.
I ain't messing with the FBI lolly police.
I ain't getting baited.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, this story is obviously a massive harem, OCOP times Lucy times Juvia times Urza.
Mm-hmm.
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 Alright, let's see this.
200, wow, what the fuck? 270k words in 11
Yeah.
chapters?
Yeah, exactly. Ongoing for the past 2 years. So, I mean, it's respectable.
Yeah, this man's trying to be fucking Vimes.
No, Vimes. Oh, Vimes. No, sir. Vimes.
Actually, this is more, because Vimes is like 50k a chapter. This guy's 100.
The fuck are you talking about, my dude?
Hmm?
1 second. 272k
Over 11 chapters.
divided by 11 chapters. 24,000 words per chapter.
Oh, fuck,
You absolute dipshit. You did the math backwards.
Yes, I did, because I'm Australian.
Fucking upside
You're
down.
supposed to go upside down.
What the fuck? Wait, oh, okay.
Summarized.
Yeah, I
Wow.
was to say what the hell, but it literally just took this.
Mm.
I am a prolific writer.
Mm.
Yes, you are. You also write 3 books a month. I specialize in world building, violence, romance, and comedy. I do not angst or drama. Each story is dedicated to my Patreon votes. Okay.
At least he's upfront that it's all for the money.
Fair and based.
If you ask me why a poll is not showing up and you have not read my author's profile, then I will not answer you. Based.
Yeah.
Oh, Filthy Teacher is on hold until ATP. Which one was ATP?
Oh, who knows?
ATP. Fuck if I know. I feel like it's a Star Wars crossover though.
Ugh.
No, not an Ant's Touch.
ATP.
I don't know what ATP is.
ATP. Anything goes. Per two.
I don't know. Maybe it's a Patreon only story.
Could be, yeah.
Either way. So yeah, he's got that one going. Finished stories, Anything Goes, Game Changer, Horse of the Dead, Wild Wolf, Warrior's Way, Destiny vs. Chaos, Chaotic Space. But yeah, let's see. His average word
ATP,
count.
it's probably a third path. He just
Oh, a
didn't put the
third
F.
path. Yeah. So
That makes sense.
average chapter length of a Vimes story is 1.1 million words divided by 31 chapters.
Isn't it? It's usually like a 40 to 50k update.
Usually
right?
40 to 50k update, yeah. Average chapter length is 35,000 words. And he does this
Jesus.
he does this 3
3
times a month.
He's done a lot of pre-writing.
Nope.
No.
He does it
Because
all
he
in that
doesn't start-
month.
He doesn't start writing until his patrons vote for it.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. He writes primarily through speech to text.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't fucking do it.
And that's also why sometimes some of his things aren't fucking beta read, because he's writing 3 books a month and doesn't have time to get the finished products to his beta readers.
Fair.
More like his beta readers don't have time to read them. Because he gets
True
it to
that,
them.
that too.
And he's just like, yeah,
That
they
too.
just didn't read them. It's like, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, a third path. Yeah, Rescued from the Negative Zone, a Harry Potter Marvel story. Yep.
I mean, I don't mind that. I gave up on Filthy Teacher anyways. The only ones I'm following now is Stallion of the Line, because it's the only other good fucking One Piece fic I've really
Honestly,
found that is
I
following.
have not read a Vimes story since 2017.
Which one was it? The fucking...
All of them.
One of the random ones?
All of them. I follow all of his stories. I just don't read them whenever he updates. Cause
Yeah.
I've just
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I read any of his Harry Potter ones. I just don't like how he writes Harry Potter.
That's fair. He writes post Harry Potter where he's already gone through a bunch of character development, so that's completely fair that you're like not interested. Yeah.
Like even Filthy Teacher, I kind of, as soon as he got that sword and started getting like godly powers, I was like, yeah, but this is still kind of boring.
Yeah, it kind of really lost the plot, and I mean that's the case with the unfortunately large number of Vimes' stories. Is that he writes so much, is that you kind of lose the plot. Which is kind of why I have been just letting it build up, because now I have like 17 fucking books to get back to.
You got a lot more than that if it wasn't since 2017, I'll tell you that much. Maybe
What
add a
fucking
0 at the
series?
end of that. Add a
Vimes.
0 at the end of that.
Yeah,
Vimes?
Vimes.
Make it
Vimes.
170. Make it 170 instead of 17.
Yeah, I
Sneaky.
got quite the backlog to get to, but honestly, that's kind of what would make me be able to read a Vimes story at this point, because
If they're actually finished.
yeah,
so you
because
can
if they're
read
actually finished, then it doesn't really matter if he loses the plot, because I'm just reading the whole thing continuously
It
instead
doesn't
of like
help that he
yeah.
also doesn't monthly update the same story. It's based on what his patrons want.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
if there's one that you really like, that you fucking go and
that's
start
part of the
reading.
reason why I stopped reading a lot of them, because they weren't as popular with the patrons, and so I was kind of just like, all right, well, whatever.
Yeah, this isn't getting updated. Who knows when? And by the time it does, I'll have to reread the whole thing. Not worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm just not going to read any of them. And then someday when I desperately need something to read and I want to piss off Atin more by not reading the Dresden books, I can just go back and read more Vimes stories.
Yeah.
Like, my problem here is, Sneaky goes, I need things to read.
And it's like, here, have my whole library. And I'm like, yeah,
Nah.
but nah.
No, I want to be clear. I gave this man access to my Kindle account.
Yeah,
700 something books.
yeah.
Not a single one he wanted.
No, I just never even logged in.
Nice. What? You'd play more WoW instead?
No.
No, he played more Dota instead.
Yeah, I just played more
Yeah.
Dota.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Also, I've started reading that fucking 2 million word Game of Thrones fic. 2.3
Why?
million.
Which one?
Dragon Cub.
Which one?
Which
There's
one?
multiple?
The
Yes!
Dragon Cub.
You
It's
have
Game
not
of
narrowed it
Thrones! Are you
down,
fucking
sir.
high?
It's-
Of course.
it's- The Dragon Cub by Al Perez 16.
Okay, let's see how trash your taste is.
Oh no, I've started reading it because I've just into Game of Thrones right now, and there's literally nothing.
You
to
know
read.
what?
This is a combo.
I almost instantly regretted typing the word Dragon
Yeah,
Cub into
and it's right there.
search
Oh,
history.
no.
Yeah,
You want to know the
that
best
was
part
a
about
close
that word?
one.
Do you want to know the best part about that word count there of 2.3 million words?
What's that?
Up till chapter 64, his author notes are responding to every review, so it's fucking 300k words of just review answering.
I'm sure it is.
Ugh.
8,000
It is shit.
reviews, 4,000 favorites, completed.
Yeah, so to find this, I literally just looked up the most followed or favorited Game of Thrones fic, and then just opened up a bunch of them and reading them as I go. They're all bad,
Jamie
by the way.
realizes John's true identity when visiting Winterfell and remembering the promise he made to Rhaegar about protecting his kids. Jamie and John enter the Game of Thrones together.
I'll give it this.
Lannister.
I'll give it this.
Yes, Jamie
It has
Lannister,
not-
famous for his loyalties.
I'll give you. Actually, it is to his sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
Famous. But the thing, I'll give you this.
No, he's not loyal to his sister. He's loyal to the
Yeah.
specific
Vime's
section.
be fair,
Patreon
I'll give
vote
you
system is
this.
cringe. Okay, hold up. I gotta defend this shit here. Vime's Patreon vote system is not cringe.
It is a business.
It is a
It's
business measure.
It's business.
Yeah. People are paying you per month, and they're going to pay you per month for longer if they feel like they have a say in what you're writing. And you can get a wider net of people to pay you if you write a wider net of stories. And you cannot burn out on stories if you write a bunch of stories as well. So this serves multi-purpose of getting a lot of people to pay you for a long period of time because, well, it's not your fault everyone didn't vote for their favorite story.
Can confirm.
Yeah. Side knows well how to make money.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, you know, Kaz is right. You're just jealous you didn't think of it first, and you're not popular enough to make it work.
You know, yeah.
It is what it is. Now,
Yeah.
am I gonna say this is good for the narrative potential of his stories? No, you just heard me fucking shit all over the narrative potential of his stories.
But
Literally,
you gotta respect the hustle.
yeah, gotta respect the hustle, gotta respect the business model. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man's made a highly successful business model talking into it. And I want to be clear, the man talks 30,000 words.
No, 90K.
Sorry,
90K.
90,000 words a month into his computer.
Yeah.
The man
Yep.
is
Insane.
he gets to do what he wants. Like,
And the best part is, he also can just, anytime someone's angry with these stories, he can push it on his fans and patrons and get away with it.
Oh yeah.
Actually, he writes about as much as I do.
Yeah.
I just spread mine out over more updates.
Yeah, why aren't you writing 90K words a month?
I literally am.
I was
Not
talking
enough.
to Aura, you idiot.
15K a week, times 4 weeks.
That's 60.
Oh damn, I'm math fucked up.
what is it about Vimes that causes normally intelligent people to become math deficient?
You know,
I'm sitting-
it's just-
Wait, did you just call me normally intelligent? I don't know if I should be insulted or not.
average intelligence by the Australian standards.
Fair.
Oof.
Wow. So Patreon has changed its pages apparently.
Yeah.
I can't see how much your people are paying him anymore. He is at minimum making $1,000 a month.
Yes. Probably
Um,
way more though.
Probably way more. Probably way more.
I'm guessing he might even be surpassing the fucking James D. Fawkes fucking
Oh, you know
business
what
model.
would actually be a good way to check here? Let me hop on to my not broadcasted browser as I log into my personal account with Vimes.
Mhm.
And I will pull up the poll results because he earns $1 for every 4 votes.
Ah.
And so if I can see how many vote points are up,
Yeah.
holy shit.
It's a fuckload.
He has a post up that is my collected works for everything in 2022. Okay, so he's got let's see here. 1610 plus 2220 plus 984.
Did you put that on?
They muted. Sorry about that. I somehow muted me at some point in time. So anyway, point being is Cambrian Beckett is writing a giant bestiality story. The most popular story in the Game of Thrones section is giant bestiality of dragons fucking literally everything with a hole and sometimes creating holes. The next story we just covered was Lady Stark, where Cersei is married to Eddard Stark. Apparently, the author in that story decided to go with the plot points of copying canon completely, not understanding that Cersei was literally fucking aborting herself of Robert's babies.
Or in this case, it wasn't aborting herself. She was literally just having regular miscarriages.
Right, but that's my point, though, is in canon, she aborted herself. In this story, the author, who is retarded, just looked at canon, said Cersei had abortions, and said, clearly these were not self-made abortions, they just happened. And so decided to go with that as a plot point, and made Cersei even more fucking insane. Which, honestly, is very impressive for the progressive and diverse Game of Thrones fandom.
It's not bestiality, so it is diversive.
Hey, bestiality is diversity.
Man reborn as Brendan Stark.
What are you, an anti-beastist?
Yes.
Yes, I do in fact hate beastmen.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
and Faunus.
Stop shitting in my woods.
No. There were fan fiction stories written in response to Roe v. Wade. Wow.
Yeah.
He's fucking you?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Not surprised at all. I think I've seen them before, actually. Bestiality is 10 years ahead of the game when it comes to society. Leave it at that for 2030s. Nah, man. They're already legalizing it in France and in Canada. And wow, there's a lot of French countries legalizing bestiality.
France isn't real.
It is because the Canadians made it up. They're actually in Canada.
Yeah. France is just a Canadian psyop. I'm going to tell that to Europeans now.
To be fair, they would agree with it.
The Canadians were looking for the mandate of heaven, so they invented France.
No, you see, the Canadians needed to disguise the Canadians needed to distract everyone from what they were doing with Outer Heaven, so they made France.
Oh, speaking of Outer Heaven, how's that story going?
I got a commission for it the other day I told you about.
Oh, that was like a month ago, dude.
Was it?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I remember it being brought up like 2 weeks ago. But did you get another one, maybe?
No, just that one.
All right, well, gentlemen, I know what I must do.
Another $100.
I'm getting my spiced rum.
I will grab more rum myself then.
I see where we're now going now. Interesting.
Right, so, if I can get drunk enough to think giving Sign more money by the end of this podcast is a good idea, then I shall give Sign more money.
Oh, no.
Because I invested wisely.
Did you?
Did you?
Did you really?
Up $25,000, so yes.
Nice.
Well, I hope you got out.
Nope, it's got at least another doubling.
Would you care to let me in on this magical stock?
I will not.
I mean, I could help you reach your doubling target by buying a bunch of that stock.
There is no chance you have more money in that stock than the government.
No, that's probably true.
And that's why I have faith in that stock.
Well, then, why would you not tell me about it if me getting in on it won't make any difference?
Well, because I'm not gonna say it how fucking loud over the goddamn stream.
Obviously, I don't want you to say it on the
I bet.
stream.
Type it.
No, I'm gonna fucking
Send
tell
it
him
to,
privately.
no, just DM it to me. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Fair enough. I grabbed more rum because I thought whenever you grab alcohol, that usually means we're going to the Ruby section, and I want to be drunk for that.
How did you know?
Every single time you grab alcohol, you
Boy,
go
I wish I wasn't working tomorrow so I could get drunk.
Every single fucking time.
Hey, I'm up 10,000. I just checked for after a fucking week. What the fuck?
Let's see, is it okay? I think.
Wait, what the fuck happened over the past week? What the fuck?
Massive recovery as everyone forgot about the banks collapsing.
Yeah, and they aren't worried about. What was it? 2 days ago, they announced they were actually negotiating on the debt default.
Oh yeah, I gotta keep me posted on that one really closely because this stock that I'm sending you is very closely linked to that one.
Why the fuck did Apple go up $26 in today alone?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I'm very worried. That's bad. Do you know how fast market corrections would come for that? Fuck.
So then get out, Nose.
I will. The second the fucking market opens.
Yeah, let me correct that. Okay, so it's that one.
The market doesn't open until Monday.
We're
Start investing in stonks.
we're at minimum looking at a tripling on that one, and if you hold out hope and you are playing a buyer's seller's game, we're the owner and the founder is in at $8. So
What the fuck?
yeah. So you can maybe understand why I have some faith in that one. Oh yeah, Bud Light's with the $20 rebate on their $20 beer. Yeah, literally giving it away.
Imagine drinking Bud Light.
Yeah, I can't imagine drinking Bud Light.
The only beer that I've had recently is Sam Adams, and that's only because I like the taste of Oktoberfest.
The only beer I've had recently was some local brews, because that shit is
Well,
good.
I mean, local brews are always good, but you know, if you have to have like a fucking branded beer, Sam Adams is what I usually go for.
Yeah.
Mostly because it's fucking cheaper. Fuck buying local beers, man. What the fuck?
I just get spirits usually.
I mean, that's also fair. I mean, it might be different in other parts of the country, but fucking New England is hell. New England is hell when it comes to buying things.
But yeah, no, I got some strawberry. So there's two beers locally. There's a sour that they sell locally that's made out of a bunch of berries, from the raspberries, blueberries, and cherries and shit that they come from the local area. And there's called the strawberry.
Goodness, that's some numbers you sent me.
Exactly, yeah. And then there's also the strawberry hops, where they take some local grown hops and some local grown strawberries and they mash that into a beer too, and that was pretty fucking tasty, let me tell you. I normally don't like beers. I think the pure hop taste is not something I enjoy. But goddamn, that those sours and fruit beers were good.
Really? I might have to give it a try because I'm the same.
Go
I've never
Team
liked the hot
Bears!
take.
Fuck you, Underplayed. You're making no money.
Bears, Lamau.
Also, yeah,
Lamau.
Big true. Call sellers are gonna make fucking so much money in the coming week.
Imagine unironically being a bear after the word of our God.
I imagine ever being a bear. Period. Like, I'm sorry, but I just so as a bear, you just lose.
You lose regardless.
Yeah, you just lose. You're losing
Either
no matter
the economy
what.
tanks, or the economy tanks and you make money, or the economy wins and
Well,
you lose
the
money.
economy tanks and you make money that doesn't mean anything, or
Yeah.
the economy doesn't tank and you lose money. So, congratulations, you fucking played yourself.
Oh, hey, COVID happens. I am sure that it's going to crash the market. Lol, said Donald Trump. Lamau.
Said the market.
We'll crash now instead.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that whole thing was a topsy-turvy, god-awful nightmare. Like, speaking as someone whose company was directly affected
Oh,
by that
I know.
bullshit.
Dude, man, that was fucking insane. You were keeping me posted on the prices of steel? Holy shit.
Oh my god, steel was a physical pain. But I wasn't even talking about, I was talking about the time when we were physically closed.
Oh, I was talking about the time you told me that you literally couldn't find any steel to purchase, and as a
Oh
steel
yeah,
as
that.
a steel manufacturing company, you couldn't find any steel to purchase.
No, they were, the mills were just like, yeah, there's nothing to buy. What do you mean there's nothing to buy? There's no steel. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Union shut down.
No, they weren't shut
It
down.
wasn't because of unions. It was literally there was no steel.
Or
'Cause
just
they-
mine some. Oh no.
No, but that's it. Do you think any U.S. like any of the steel comes from the U.S. anymore? Because it doesn't.
No, it's all from China.
And
Yeah.
invade someone for steel, LMAO. That's your thing.
No,
That's
we
America's
have
thing.
a shit ton of steel. That's the problem. Is that no one's allowing us to mine the iron because all the environmentalists are like, oh, but what about the rare one-toed bird that lives there? It's like,
Fucking, of
fuck this bird.
course.
I'll fucking
Of
cap
course.
every one of them if that means we get some shit going.
Fucking course. it
Hey,
is.
listen, I was about ready to start going and capping them. Like, will it get me my steel at less than $4 million a fucking rolled sheet?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Now, I
Mm.
want to be clear. We do use relatively high quality steel. Like, we do use some relatively high quality steel. Most of it is cold rolled. Like, we're not buying cheaps. I think the shittiest steel we use is like 400.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the shittiest steel you use is the ones you buy when you buy the full machines. Because you don't replace that as far as I remember.
Mm.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess technically that's the shittiest steel we have. But
Me as
for
an
the-
e-energy investor during COVID?
Lamau.
but yeah, like leaving that right for the stuff that we make in the U.S. I think I genuinely think the crappiest steel we use is like 400.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Most of it's like 416, 412.
Mm.
Spiced rum. So today is spiced rum because I ran out of
Cream.
not cream. Ran out of cream a while ago. I ran out of the normal bamboo. I am
kind of
now
spice rum you
on to
got?
Sailor Jerry's,
Oh yeah.
which
I got
honestly
myself.
costs half as much for twice the amount. I was expecting it to be some real rot gut.
Nah.
Not bad.
Nah, it's actually pretty good. It's not
Yeah.
bad. I still personally prefer Kraken, but but Sailor Jerry's isn't bad.
Yeah, I'll look at Kraken next. I'm just taking it slow, you know.
Yeah. And then there's also the old fucking old reliable, cheap but still sort of shitty Captain Morgan.
And no one drinks Captain Morgan.
Nose drinks Captain Morgan.
I actually don't.
No,
Shut the
Nose
fuck
drinks
up.
Kraken. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. I will never drink Morgan as long as I live ever again.
Ever again. he
Well,
says.
How fucking dare you?
Ever again, I
Ever
want to point
again.
out.
Okay,
There
look,
Wow.
is a time and
want-
place where he did, in fact,
Look.
drink the Morgan.
Look,
He did
I
guzzle
wanted
some
a Coke-
Morgan.
Listen.
I wanted a Captain. I wanted.
listen, I would guzzle
Coke and
Morgan
rum.
Le Fay as well.
I wanted Coke and rum. The only rum they had was Captain Morgan's. I was like, all right,
Ooh,
fine, I'll try
God.
it. Yeah, it
No.
wasn't. It was more Coke than rum, and it still sucked.
Damn,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
there's
is.
a reason why, yeah. There's a reason why I refer to some alcohols as boot polish, because they fucking are. And I'm sorry, but Jack Daniels is boot polish. Fight me.
It is. It is, but that's also why I drink.
I haven't
'cause
even
it's
really
cheap at root
drank
polish.
whiskey recently.
My friends keep bringing over Mike's Hard Should I find the new friend group? Nah, man, no. Mike's Hard was actually
Mike Hard
good.
is fine.
Yeah, Mike's
Mike
Hard
Hard
is
is fine.
good.
It's
Hard
like-
is actually delicious. Like
It's like lemonade. It's basically like
It
your
is
friends brought
literally
over a bunch of
lemonade. Like honestly, normally when you have a lot of alcohols, I've noticed with these mixed drinks that you can pre-buy, is that there's definitely the heavy alcohol tasting. Mike's Hard is one of those few ones that don't have the heavy alcohol taste to it, and
Yeah.
I can definitely tolerate it a lot more than some other shit. I mean, that's the reason why I don't like a lot of beers, because it just tastes like alcohol.
Yeah. Then there's also the ones that taste like a fusion, but it's not fused well, so you
Yeah,
get this
yeah.
weird fucking mess. That
Or
tastes
the ones
horrid.
that have the terrible aftertaste.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
Now that I'm on my third glass without even without even having
Let's
read any Ruby stories yet, let's get into the Ruby stories. Ruby Reforged, the beacon of hope.
Fuck.
To hunt grim, to prove one's worth, to make up for past mistakes, to search for what is missing. Ruby Rose, White Schnee, Blake Belladonna, and some
Wait, is
fourth
Geralt
chick.
of Rivia.
And Geralt of Rivia.
and
Wait,
get off the great and
About the Holy
Isn't this-
Python Grail Black Knight. Yeah.
isn't this literally just fucking? They're saying they're just gonna tell canon, literally in their summary, retelling of Ruby covering the Beacon arc.
I have a Russian friend who buys vodka and shit, and then juice from the Russian stores, the real non-concentrate kind, and mixes them. Holy shit, it's amazing! Oh yeah, no, juice plus alcohol is great. It's why all my favorite beers are fruit based. It's why that's why I like sours.
isn't Voss more popular in Russia
Yeah.
than vodka?
There's a reason. There's actually a reason that screwdrivers are like worldwide sold and enjoyed.
Yeah, I mean the
It's
fruit
literally just
plus
it's
alcohol.
vodka and orange
Great
juice.
shit.
It's
I mean,
Yeah.
screwdrivers are very useful.
I will beat
go
you to
fuck
death.
yourself.
Fuck you, that was funny.
No, one
no,
thought
it
it was
wasn't.
funny.
Fine.
It was bad. You should feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
And Zhang Xiao Long will stop at nothing to achieve their goals. But first, they must learn who they are and what it truly means to be a huntress, and their place in this world, and how to use their weapons, and what they mean to each other.
And Thomas tomorrow.
And how to get into a three-way lesbian relationship.
Exactly. And
You know
this is
what?
a retelling of Ruby.
You know what? Cheers for not putting the 15-year-old Ruby Rose into the relationship, though. Cheers for that.
Yep.
Implying it will happen eventually.
No. She's outside of it.
Yeah, it's Weiss Blake Yang. She's the fourth wheel.
Yep.
Outside of it for now.
No, I don't know,
Maybe.
man. She would have to age up another 4 years for her to be legal.
2 years.
2 years,
because
my
the
bad,
others are
yeah.
all 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the age is probably a lot less because, humans dying out.
Oh,
leading to
the age in Remnant's probably like fucking 12, okay?
probably.
If they're able to breed, they are.
If she can breathe, she's able to breed.
Yeah, some
If
horrible
her
demo.
age is on the clock.
No. No.
Eric.
No, if her age is on the...
Shut the fuck up immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
Yeah. Oh.
I can hear your filthy thoughts, mortal.
If it ends with N, it's time for pen.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that deserves one of these.
Oh.
No, shut the fuck up. You should end your life now.
Sign, you have to fit that into one of your stories.
I can't believe how I actually timed that shit. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Sign, you
I'm so-
you genuinely have to fit that into one of your stories now.
I can't believe that me and
It was
Sneaky have
gone.
the exact same sense of humor.
Yeah, that should concern you significantly.
That should really concern you significantly. This man has a terrible sense of humor.
My sense
No,
of humor
no,
is great.
no. I don't think Sneaky has a terrible sense of humor. I think Sneaky's a terrible human being.
Yeah, there's a massive difference between those two, by the way.
Which says a lot about me, and I'm fine with that.
Well, I will have you know, my family was in Australia at one point, so
Oh,
yeah. Apparently,
I mean, that makes you guys practically related.
exactly.
I mean, that's how Australia works, right?
That's how Australia works. Yep,
yeah.
mate.
You're all just deeply degenerate.
I'm so glad I have my
Yes.
headphones on. I'm sorry. Anyone that listens to me with
Out loud.
the public speaker on, you deserve whatever happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Zacchaeus dies from an aneurysm after Weiss brings home Blake.
You mean Jacques?
Zacchaeus. I'm sorry. Until the French win World War, I'm not going to pronounce anything they say correctly.
Jackies.
Just call him Jack. God damn.
Zacchaeus.
No, because Jack sounds too much like Big Nick, and he
No,
doesn't deserve that.
sorry, yeah, exactly. Well, hey, there's that, but also at the same time, by saying Zacchaeus, I piss off far more people.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hey,
I was
look,
saying,
sign,
I'm not
you're
one of
right
them.
here.
Continue annoying the French.
Sign Perry. Yeah, sign Perry. And then the author starts with SFOD-D USA SOC CAG Delta Fort Bragg SMU.
The fuck did you just read?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah.
Reluctant volunteer.
Those who work in the shadows have little need for one name.
You sound like an old wizard about to send someone on a trip and then laugh at the
I'm
suffering.
gonna send you to the shadow realm, little boy.
That's cool as hell.
Watch as I put on my robe and wizard cap.
I put on my
Roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative, bitch.
Why did I need to roll? I've got a gun.
Because I have plus 20 in haste and time stop.
Fuck, fair. Alright, if I follow your rules, at least I've got a chance of surviving.
Exactly.
You think you have a chance.
Little did you know, I use my time stop to cast Dimension Door and go into an alternate dimension where time runs at a different speed than everything else because I control the dimension, of course. And I actually create an entire army and a backup clone of myself because this is all shit you can do in 3.5. And then I come back out into the real world where the time stop then finishes, and now I'm back here with an entire army and a clone backup of myself back in the previous dimension just in case I die.
Clone is one of my favorites.
Yes,
Clone
yes,
is
yes,
one
yes.
of my favorites.
Everything
Well done,
I
well done.
just
I
said
see,
was
I see.
completely 3.5 compliant without anything outside of the player's handbook.
Is there a way
Yes,
for me to
yes,
use
well
magnets
done, well
to
done.
destroy everything you've
However,
just done?
Storm of
There's
Storm of
literally
Insects.
no way to
polymorph.
undo anything I just did. Nope.
Yeah, but I've got magnets.
No, they could have wish.
Wish
Oh.
doesn't
No,
destroy
that's
souls.
that's the boring way. You use Cloud of Insects and then you cast Polymorph.
That's true. That's fair. However, that does just kill the wizard, and then his soul goes into the clone.
Yeah, but now at least the clone's
Yes,
back
but
in
now
there.
he has to live with the fact that he's gotten sat on by at least 200 elephants.
You're not wrong.
You're also forgetting the all-important fact of I can just see Sneaky. You're forgetting there's a much better and much easier way to deal with the wizard, which is to cast either imprison or life's memory. What is this damn spell that traps them in a book?
Oh fuck.
That is my favorite 9th level spell.
Oh shit. Fuck. Is it Novel's End or some shit? I forget.
Literally, if you fail the will saving throw, and it's like
It's
the
massive.
will. The will saving throw is like
It's like DC 40.
like a base DC of 20 plus your int modifier, plus your caster level.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's what it was. It was int mod caster level. Yeah, it makes it like DC 45 basically. It
Yeah,
is
it's some fucking shit. What the fuck?
it's so fucking fun. Dude,
and if
ninth
they
level
fail,
shit is great.
If they fail, they are trapped in a book. Their soul is placed in a book. They cannot be affected by any resurrection magic. Their
Yep.
soul can't go to any clones. No one can scry them to know where their soul is. And the sum total of all of their, you can browse through their entire life. The index is literally, it starts with childhood memories.
Yep.
So what you're saying is, if I use on myself to take a nap, no one can disturb me.
You will also never be able to get out.
Yeah, but I'll nap forever.
No, actually, you'll be painfully aware that you're a book.
Could I
Oh,
nap then?
wow.
No.
Oh, there's no point to it.
I want to be clear. You are painfully, soul-torturingly aware that you are a book.
Fine, I'll just invest in time stop and take a nap.
Exactly.
Honestly, if you want that, you're better off within prison.
Anyway, so what else we got here? We got Tiger King, and so we didn't finish this other cringy one.
Okay, I don't remember what they called it in 3.5, but I know in Pathfinder it's called Scribe's Binding.
Anyway. Hence why they often simply default to the unit. When one of these men finds himself in a strange new world after a black operation goes wrong, necessity dictates he steps out of the shadows and into the fire.
Full credit for the map goes to Adia. Wait, map?
Holy shit. Fucking clicked on the degenerate corner instead of shit posts, and I got flashed with fucking some yeah, some berserker.
Because
tits.
that is just what that fucking chat is now.
Hey, you know what? If it makes Atin
Degenerate?
happy,
Isn't it just Mordred, which is awesome?
yeah, we've already established that.
We can probably just rename it the Mordred Corner.
Probably.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Anyway, so
No one is
Tiger
displeased by
King
this.
and Dragon Queen. This is a fantasy medieval AU of Remnant. A world of heroes and monsters, humans and faunas, warriors and people who are not warriors, and warriors are not people. This is a tale of how two people, two warriors, come together.
Thank you, Star Wars Dad, for saving me.
And
from
produce
this.
a new child.
The fuck?
What? What?
That came out of fucking nowhere.
No, it didn't. Why?
No,
why
it didn't.
No. What? They came together. Why did it? No. Why would you think it came out of nowhere? They came together.
Yeah.
Gather around, and I will tell you the tale of the Tiger King and the Dragon Queen.
Oh.
OC fucks Yang.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably a Faunus OC because people are into that for some reason.
Is it bestiality if it's a faunus?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's hot.
It is if it's a male and they've got the animal D.
You almost made me spit out my fucking drink because you said it's not bestiality if it's hot, and my brain responded with, if hot, why bestiality?
I said not if she's hot.
Yeah.
It cannot be good if
No.
it is bestiality. So why would you say such a contradictory fact?
Indeed.
Well,
cannot be
it's
good.
not bestiality if she's less than 25% furry, which faunus are less than 25% furry.
All right, I'm gonna go get the fucking chart. Give me a second.
I'm getting the
Yeah.
chart.
Sure.
Also, I would like to point out.
Regrettably, I believe the chart will vindicate this.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I would like to
Xenos
point
mother-
out.
But it doesn't vindicate the fact that I'm getting my clan over this.
Oh, this has a naughty. Oh, okay, I found one without the naughty word.
So as I was saying, while
Which
No Nose is
naughty
looking
word?
at porn,
The N word.
Mhm.
why is the N word involved in furries?
The original fucking chart had the N word on it.
It's oh shit, quote unquote N-word. What are you doing? That's a fox.
Oh, stop!
right.
Stop, N-word.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we shall now pull up the chart.
Falling
What
through
the-
time.
What the?
Thousands of years have passed since the brother gods cursed Osm.
It's
In that
wannabe
time,
cause.
Osm
It's just a wannabe
accomplished nothing.
Yeah.
Impatient with his own incompetence, the brothers chose to experiment by adding a new soul from the multiverse.
Oh my god,
His
no.
name is John.
No, underneath that, Team Caramel or whatever the fuck. that's
Team.
supposed to
Oh
be.
no.
No.
Oh no.
No. It's even got the numbers in the username. Just like fucking.
Unknown
No.
user 3324.
Oh god.
Yes, that stream was vaguely amusing. Thank you, Nose, for posting that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You're
Team
welcome.
Carmel. Team Carmel. Commisting.
Team Criminals.
Team Criminal. Actually, you know what? That works.
Oh, they
Yeah, because it's
s-
Crow's son, Salem's adopted child turned runaway, Willow Schnee's eliminated son, and a Faunus. So definitely criminals.
That's some fucking faunus.
Wow.
Wait, no,
And-
not even just some fucking faunus. She fucked the faunus.
No, so it's
The
no
power
illegitimate.
of-
It's just an illegitimate son. It's a bastard, and then they've also got a Faunus,
No.
Nicole Redwood.
It's
the
the
name
power of her
of the
stand
bastard
sexual
is
healing.
Belladonna. She fucked the
Oh!
faunus.
She fucked Gira. She cucked Callie.
Damn.
Oh no.
Damn. It's even got NTR.
Damn. And some random ass faunus named Nicole Redwood.
I don't want to know what that trait is.
However, Merrick's twin sister and adopted daughter of Salem shows
An
up.
older brother.
Wait. His
Twin
wait,
sister and older brother.
Wait, is the twin sister the older brother?
It's both.
Wait.
So it's Merrick's twin sister and older brother, and all three of them got adopted by Salem.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it
And-
was a twin sister who was an older brother, and I
Yeah,
thought we were dealing with some
that's what I
random
was
stuff.
saying. I was like,
No,
what the
but
fuck
yes, I
is
understand.
this?
I was like, what kind of weird ass anime have I signed up for, and when can I get off?
Also, since we're talking about Faunus, I've got to say this. Oh, merry man!
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Please spell out this word.
Oh,
What?
What?
I don't know.
Fucking.
We were spelling
B-E-A-S-T!
I like how Kaz and I are the same fucking wavelength in this, and Noah's over here like the letter O.
He was on. Oh, he was on the original Robin Hood. He's thinking of Men in Tight Pants.
Oh man, there you go. Yeah,
Men in Tights
Yeah.
was great.
yeah,
That was an amazing movie.
yeah, it was pretty good.
That's what
Yes,
I was
it was.
thinking of. Sorry.
That's
No,
an amazing
were-
movie,
We were
and more
making a
people should watch
faunish
it.
joke, which is based off the N-word joke, which is based off of the Robin Hood tight pants.
I'm sorry
Based
I don't
on
have
the
the
Shrek.
fucking.
It's based on
Based on the
Shrek.
Shrek
Based on the
parody.
Shrek meme of the Robin Hood tight pants. Which is based off of the original Robin Hood, which is based off of Jesus.
Wait, really? I thought it was based off an actual criminal that they called Robin Hood.
No, Robin
It
Hood
was
never
based off an
existed.
actual criminal.
No,
Really?
Robin Hood
No.
never existed.
No, I thought
How
it was
did
the
you
13th
know?
never
century.
existed.
I thought
Robin
it was the
Hood never
13th
existed.
Well,
century.
no,
with the whole
actually, okay,
criminal.
okay, no, technically, by most accounts, Robin Hood did exist, and he was Welsh.
Yeah.
Of course he
Unfortunate.
was.
I wish
That
he
makes
didn't
sense.
exist.
That
Yeah.
makes
No,
sense.
the only forests that are like the only
Mm.
forests at that time that would have been deep enough for
Because I thought it was
like
like an actual like 13th century criminal that they based Robin Hood off.
No,
or
so
something like that.
a lot of old British stories are more about morality than actual, fact.
Until the French get involved, then you get
Well,
Lancelot.
then the French get involved and it turns into an anime.
Yeah. Nah, it was an anime even before the French got involved.
Okay, no. That's actually a misconception. So while a lot of the British characters did get ridiculous later on, that was post-French involvement as they tried to one-up
Oh.
Lancelot's inclusion.
With his power of being perfect at everything.
Yeah, so that's where you got the 100-foot knight and the immortal knight and that's where you got all those
And
other
then
knights.
the
Yeah.
English got
The
a hold of
Lion
it again, and
Rider.
they made Lancelot a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Oh no, the
I
French
mean-
made him an asshole. They thought that was
Well-
perfectly normal.
Yeah.
Yes. They made his assholeage actually a problem in story, is my point.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? That is a meme.
Why is Team Criminal 84 chapters?
That the meme Aura just posted is absolutely what 100% of Fallout New Vegas players do.
I mean, yes,
Let me
why
see.
wouldn't you shoot him?
The guy who
Yeah.
runs up to you says, "Who won the lottery?" Yeah, I did. Fuck you, I won the lottery. My
Yeah, you
response,
shoot him.
I didn't even know what was going on. I was
My
just
honest
like, "Fuck you,
reaction.
bang."
And then stole his winnings, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. And then I found out that he didn't actually win anything besides his life, at which point I laughed because normally when you run up to someone in the waist and you go, "Fuck you, I won the lottery," the actual reaction of the average waster is in fact to shoot you.
Yeah.
Just stare at them with that exact
Yeah,
face. And
money.
just pull up.
Also, why
Pull up
does it
9-iron.
look like the Fallout fucking mascot shooting Harry Potter?
Okay, I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it. I don't like it, but I
I
can
don't
see
like.
it.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I can definitely see it. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to like it, doesn't mean it isn't true.
Just like this story.
Unfortunately.
yeah.
Ruby Crimson Shadow! With 11 years, you've traveled across a remnant to learn from the greatest huntsmen and huntresses, teachers and warriors alike. Now your journey is reaching the peak at Beacon Academy. It is there you will complete your training. It is there where you will meet your new family. It is there where you will meet your father, Professor Ozpin.
Oh,
if
God.
Ozpin was my father, whoo boy, would I have some words.
I would have a lot
Yeah.
of issues.
Chief
Yeah.
among them
Also,
being, how are
male-
you such a terrible parent?
By the way, this entire
Male
story,
reader Ruby Rose.
just to inflict more pain on you, this is a second-person story written
Yeah.
in the form of male reader times Ruby Rose.
Just so you can insert yourself into it in this power fantasy.
Because that's what you want to insert yourself into, right? The son of Ozpin?
Mm. I'm gonna be honest. With
Make a-
11 years traveling Redmond, I thought this one was gonna be like becoming a teacher or something. But
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that would have been better.
Would have been a little bit better.
Maidens and knights.
Maidens and knights! Night
Not about George,
houses have
apparently.
stood
Funny enough.
as the shield against darkness from long before the old night. And while the
wait.
kingdoms bicker amongst themselves, maidens fall and rise. Houses are exterminated, and conflict seems imminent. Beacon
Wait, are we
now
reading
holds
Ruby or Game of
3
Thrones?
scions of these houses: a bird of clipped wings, a hunter without a pack, and an angel of fire and death, and besides them a girl fated to become more than she ever was. OC times Pyrrha.
Are we in Ruby or are we still in Game of Thrones?
So we're in Game of Thrones, I guess, now. Honestly, it's cringe. Okay, so first off, This sort of scenario doesn't work in Ruby, and
No.
I don't say this lightly. Like, I'm not trying to make a joke here. Like, it genuinely doesn't work in Ruby, because if you try to involve culture and societal sort of like stuff in your story, you actually have to create a culture and a society,
Mhm.
because there isn't one in Ruby.
Nope.
So trying
Well,
to be
the
like,
performance being criminals, that's a culture.
I guess, but you know, whatever. But you know, the problem here is that when you try to do a Ruby story that is literally anything besides the team Ruby goes and fights the bad guys and some criminals, and they explore Aura and stuff, and they don't really do anything outside of Beacon besides fight some people occasionally, and they do a lot of stuff inside Beacon. If your story deviates from that, you actually have to start creating an economy, because it's like, oh, they went out to buy shit. It's like, okay, maybe you can just have them buy shit. But if you actually want to like talk about how, you know, things are expensive, now you have to create an economy. Yeah,
Yep,
if you want to talk
what
about
does
how things are
Leanne
cheap,
work?
you have to create an economy. If you want
What
to talk
is-
about
yeah.
classism and shit, you have to create an economy now, because economies don't exist in Ruby. People just buy things with money, and the money doesn't mean anything.
So it's kind of like our current.
The only time
economic climate.
the only time the numbers are more meaningless is when you get into a gamer fic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The numbers mission.
What do the numbers mean?
Numbers.
A Wolf Weiss story. What?
I think
Yeah,
okay, hang on. Before we talk about that
Yeah.
garbage, I think one of the dumbest but funniest recurring jokes I've ever heard is people just steadily degrading the audio of the numbers
Oh,
mason. What do the numbers mean?
That is a pretty good meme. I will admit that it's pretty funny.
Like just
I am
but
so.
it
It
gets
is so
down to like
depressing.
toaster crunch audio.
Yeah.
What's depressing, Nose?
The fact that Black Ops was the peak of fucking.
Okay, no, but
COD.
Black Ops was actually pretty good.
No,
No,
my
no,
point
no,
is
no.
the fact
I
that
see
that
where
was
he's
the
coming from.
peak.
I see where he's coming
Mhm.
from. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah.
The fact that it was the peak and we weren't getting anything better ever.
Mm.
That's my problem.
Okay, so hold on. I've
All right,
personally,
what was better? What was better?
Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare came before that.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Yeah.
we weren't getting anything else
Modern
better.
Warfare was the peak. That's my point. I personally think the story in Modern Warfare was such a radical, trope breaking experience.
4 was great.
Yeah, it was like just came out of fucking nowhere. It's like, oh, you complete the mission, and why is the colonel here? The colonel's like, hey, buddy, what's up?
That's 2.
Also, by the way, bang!
Mm.
That's 2.
Oh,
but
sorry,
yeah.
my bad. Okay, my bad. So Modern Warfare 2.
Also, I will say, just based off difficulty, I fucking hate Call of Duty 1 Veteran. Fuck Call of Duty 1 Veteran.
Black Ops 1, 2, and 3 were all the best stories in their own way. Okay, I'll give you that. They were pretty good stories.
3 had a story.
Mm.
I only played 1 and 2.
3 didn't have a story.
I don't know about 3. I'll give him 1 and 2. 1 and 2 were pretty good. Modern Warfare's moments was the nuke. Okay, yeah, the nuke was a big thing.
What do you mean I fell for the trap? 3 didn't have a fucking story. Did it?
Three's
I
story
never
was
played 3.
look, we paid Jon Snow $1 zillion to be in this movie.
No, that's advanced. No, that wasn't even fucking.
Oh, holy shit!
You're right,
Fuck! Shit! Fuck! Shit!
What's wrong?
Did you fall out?
I knocked over a bottle.
Oh, I thought you fell out of your chair again.
Aura, it's speaking to you. It's telling you your future as a racist.
I will have you know, I cannot fall out of my chair right now because I got a new chair. Because my chair, my old chair was breaking, and I was like, not this time.
Not this time, Satan.
3's story was that it looked like the story was garbage, but in the start of each mission, you see a bunch of rapidly scrolling text that radically recontextualize each mission.
Oh, cool. It's like fucking Overwatch, where it literally doesn't matter. Shut the fuck up. 3 had a story. No,
My
shut the
response
fuck
is
up.
exactly what you meant, basically.
I mean, that's
3 did not have a story.
Okay,
Shut
but
up.
actually though, but this is literally that fucking meme where it's like on the left-hand side, it's this giant block of really small text, and on the right-hand side, it was like the one meme that everyone remembers that game's story for. And this is quite literally Black Ops 3 is the giant wall of text of why it's actually a good story, and then it's like every other Call of Duty game, the one meme.
Yep. Listen, I still think Black Ops 1 was the best just because of Viktor Reznov.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's it.
I mean, Black
That's
Ops
it.
1 did have the best story.
Mm.
There's no debating that one.
On the other hand, though, in play-wise, I had the most fun with Modern Warfare 2, but that's because that's the one I played with friends and we
Yeah,
killed each other a lot
that's
in it.
yeah.
That's because Modern Warfare 2 was the one that really, like...
Which one was Nuketown? That was the last one I played.
That was 2.
That was the last
That
one I
was 2.
played, yeah. I had
Yeah.
a lot of fun on
You
that
want to know
one.
what the worst part is? They got rid of it in the remaster.
Why?
Fucking what?
Yeah, you
Modern
can't play
Warfare
Nuketown in the
2 too?
remaster.
Why? That's the best map.
Because now you
Yeah.
have Shipment. Which is worse.
Nobody likes Shipment.
Nobody likes Shipment.
Only Florida men high on drugs liked Shipment.
Listen, I'm pretty sure it was called like we liked Nuketown the best, but our second favorite was like I think it was called Rust or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
Rust was great.
Rust was dope.
Because it was always 3 people that in the end ganged up on the one person that camped in that one fucking sniper spot.
Yes, because that person was a subhuman that deserved death.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, here we go. The first one was in Call of Duty Black Ops 1.
Mm.
Nuketown was in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, 3, and 4, and Cold War.
Wait, was it not in...
It was never in Modern Warfare.
Really? I could have
Oh,
sworn it
really?
was.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, was I thinking of a different map?
You're thinking of Shipment was Modern Warfare. Shipment is the Nuketown equivalent.
Mm.
I could have sworn
Yeah, I thought it was as
Modern
well.
Warfare had...
Yeah, no, Shipment is from Modern Warfare, and Rust is from Modern Warfare.
Wow.
Call of Duty,
I remember Rust the most. That's
Black
I'm gonna be honest.
Ops,
That's
Nuketown.
yeah. I remember Rust the most, but I swear I thought Nuketown was in fucking Modern Warfare 2. I
Nope.
guess I was wrong.
Yeah,
Literally,
no.
it is
I
the
think
only.
it's because, like, everyone just instantly thinks of Modern Warfare 2 lobbies.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
you know
honest,
what?
when I
That's
think
probably
of
what
Black
it is.
Ops, when I think of Black Ops, my mind immediately goes to the zombie lobbies that I used to play with
Yeah,
friends.
that's true.
not the
That's fair.
fucking-
Yeah. Black Ops. So I think it was Black Ops 2 was the last Call of Duty game I ever played.
That's
Mm.
understandable. That was the last good... That was the last decent one.
Yeah.
No, actually, you know what? No, it was Black Ops 1.
I got fucking
Really?
tricked into buying the remaster because a bunch of people that I consider friends were like, "Oh yeah, we'll totally continue playing it."
No, of course not. Why would they ever do that? No, Call of Duty, just like Halo 2, just like Halo 3, it was a flash in the pan. It was perfect at the moment it came out.
Mm.
I'd say Halo
You-
3 was still good.
Don't get me wrong, Halo 3 is still good, but I mean, like, just look at the Master Chief Collection. How many of us are still playing it?
I still play it.
Not me. Not me.
Bro,
Although that's more because I don't play my Xbox anymore.
I
I
played it the other
beat
day.
I beat all the games, and
You-
I beat all the games with my friend, and that was what I wanted to do.
No, but what I'm saying here is, how many of you are playing the Master
Still
Chief
play it.
Collection, matchmaking, Halo 3?
No,
Not at all.
I played the
No.
stories. I played the stories, and that's it.
Fucking exactly. Matchmaking for Halo 2 and 3. Now, don't get me wrong. The campaigns of Halo up until 3 are timeless. They will always be good. The matchmaking, the feel of the matchmaking, the moment of the matchmaking, that is forever stuck in time. That is permanently chronostasis back in 2006. Okay?
I'm gonna be honest. The last one I did matchmaking for was Reach, and that wasn't bad.
Nobody liked Reach.
No.
To Reach.
But there were still people that played it.
Not a minute. I
Everyone
fucking liked
played
Reach.
Reach. No, okay, I say nobody liked Reach as an exaggeration, but
No one liked
everyone
5.
played Reach because no one was playing Halo 3 anymore.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's true.
here's the thing. I'll give you that, but I genuinely loved the shit out of Invasion.
Okay,
Invasion
That
was
was
you
great,
weren't
though.
wrong. Invasion was cool.
Yeah. Invasion was
However-
cool, but the thing is, then we got Halo 5, and then that just went.
Halo
oh,
4 and
God,
5.
Halo-
I'm sorry,
Halo 5
343 is just a garbage company that produces garbage games. I have not seen a single good entry of game out of them yet, and I don't think I ever will, because I think their company is going to be fucking dissolved, because they are absolutely shit tier what they're trying to fucking do. Because they came in, they looked at the Halo formula, they said, yeah, this is the Halo formula, but have you tried being more like Call of fucking Duty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they're
Halo
like, we know Halo isn't a mobility game, but what if we added a bunch of mobility to Halo?
Okay, to be fair, that was really fucking fun.
Halo was not a mobility game. It degraded the combat.
It became hilariously fun in
It
single
became
player.
fucking garbage in multiplayer.
Yes.
Well,
play
to be fair, that was more than just making it a mobility game. They also put everything to hit scan.
Why they
Mm.
did that, I don't
Mm.
know.
That too.
I
that
don't
too.
either.
Yeah,
But
that too.
like that, here's the thing. Fast Halo still could have been really fun if you had to actually aim, like say Titanfall.
Yeah.
But you
That's
don't.
fair, yeah. Honestly, if they went full in with the whole Spartans are like fucking Olympics, but times 2, and they were just like, yeah, you could just like fucking wall jump and wall bounce and just do fucking all the Titanfall shit that they were doing, where just like
Yeah.
you grab ledges and push off ledges and just do fucking wall jumps and a whole bunch of crazy movement shit, I would be down for that. But you know what they did instead? They added jetpacks, they added armor
Yeah.
lock, they added camo. Camo was supposed to
Yeah.
be the valuable upgrade you found in the middle of the map that you killed 6 people, 5 of your enemies, and 1 of your teammates for.
To get, and it
One of your
wasn't worth
teammates
it.
Am I wrong?
No.
No,
Exactly.
No.
I definitely had a few arguments with friends over who got the camo.
I will beat you to death for 3 things: the shotgun, the sword, and the camo.
You fucking touch my shotgun, I'll fucking break your goddamn neck. you
Yes.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
Come here, Wozzik. Come here. Fucking
Yeah.
out.
I was god tier with the shotgun. No one had shit on me. I honed my skills in matchmaking and infection. No one had shit on me
I don't
with the
think I
shotgun.
ever got killed by a sword when I had a shotgun ever.
Yeah, no.
No.
Any sword user, beware. I have a shotgun. Fuck you.
Yeah. No.
Kill the sword
think-
user. All of a sudden, you get sniped from across the fucking map by some twitchy.
Every
Oh, God.
time.
I remember coming home from school and having to deal with like sniper players all the goddamn fucking time, and it's just
yeah.
like
Honestly, I moved
Wait,
from.
what?
So I went in terms of gameplay. I went from Halo 3 to Reach. I kind of lost interest in
wow.
Reach. I went to Call of Duty. I played
Yeah.
Call of Duty until Black Ops 1. Went to Battlefield 3. Then I went to Battlefield 4, and that's where I stopped playing FPSs. Because
Battlefield 4
stopped
does in fact create.
Look, Battlefield 4 was a great game. My problem is the so in Battlefield
Yeah.
3, Battlefield 3 was so fucking
It
holy
was
shit.
so fun. It
Battlefield
was
3
so
was
good.
so fucking good.
It was, yeah.
But at the end of Battlefield 3, near the end of its life, EA introduced a bunch of shortcut kits, as they're called,
Yeah.
that let you unlock everything for the class. And at the time, I was fine with it. Because I was like, yeah, look, Battlefield 3's been out for like 2 years now. You know, If someone wants to pay money to unlock the shit, I'm fine with it because everyone else has had the time to play the game. Everyone else is already running around with all of the top tier equipment already. Now, admittedly, I am the guy still running around with the starter 870. I've swapped it out into slug rounds, slapped a time 16 scope on that bitch, and I'm still one-shotting people across the map with it. So fuck you and fuck your fancy ass bullshit AA-12 garbage. But anyway,
You are the worst kind of person.
I
and you
was
are
the
right.
worst kind of person. I went 64-2. Fight me.
Yeah. And then Battlefield 4 came out, and that wasn't that a part of launch where you could pay to unlock everything?
It was not part of launch. It was a month in.
Month in, that's it.
Yeah.
It was a month in?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, inside the
Yeah.
month, they released the shortcut kits, and I was like, okay, you know, they were in 3. It's not that bad.
But that's how they get you.
No, that is how they get you, but I didn't purchase them, first off.
No.
Second
Well,
off,
yes.
I kept playing the game, and I kept playing the game, and I kept playing the game, and I was kind of just like, this just feels like Battlefield 3. Like, it didn't feel like a new game. Like, just to be clear here, Halo 2 did not feel like Halo 3. When you played Halo 3...
Or even Halo 1. Or even Halo 1.
Oh yeah, not even Halo 1. Like, when you played those games, they were columns. They were
unique.
Unique, separate from each other, but at the same time, you could feel the same underlying foundation of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Battlefield 3 was completely different from Battlefield Vietnam, was completely different from Battlefield 1942. It was completely
if you
different.
played Battlefield Vietnam and you played like a fucking trapper on the Viet Cong side, I wish you a very nice fuck you.
Hey, buddy! Have you seen any of my TNT around? What's that? It's on the vehicle you just got in? Tough
I will
shit.
fucking murder you. I knew it. You were the fucker. I knew you were the fucker. Come here.
I'm laughing as well.
My favorite thing ever was here. Oh no, they're advancing with the Sherman tank. Slaps TNT onto Scooter. Hello, Sherman tank!
My problem was more me trying to flank around to kill the fucking snipers, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, hey, where did my fucking legs go?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a dude with a fucking claymore.
Yeah, good times,
Yeah.
good times. Bouncing Bettys were the best. Also, by the way, hands down, uncontested, I will never hear a single bad word about this. The radio system in Battlefield Vietnam was top tier. It was the best shit ever that you could turn on fucking Unfortunate Son, or Fortunate Son, my bad. You could turn on Fortunate Son, and the enemy team could distantly hear it. And then it gets louder and louder as you rapidly approach their position. And all they do is go, no, 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 no.
Yeah, it was great. Oh.
Battlefield Bad Company was possibly Battlefield Bad Company was the moment where I had the Battlefield moment, where I was in a Black Hawk, and a rocket was shot at us, and as I was flying the Black Hawk...
Oh, yes, you spun that sucker sideways,
It was full, yes. I had full compartment, so there was like 8 people in this fucking thing, and I panicked, I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and I spin it, and the rocket flies through the transport section. And we all had a collective moment of, no way!
Listen, you ever want to talk about sick-ass hitboxing?
Yeah.
That's the game.
Battlefield had the best fucking hitboxing.
And now all the games, none of them feel unique. And
They all feel like trash.
Yeah.
Oh God, I remember we all got together on the weekend. What was it? 2540 or whatever?
2042?
Or 2042? Yeah.
That was the future one.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah. Oh, 2044. No, 2042 was great. 2044 is the new one. That one's garbage.
Yes, 2044 is the new one.
2044 is garbage in every single way.
2042 was like, hey guys, you know how like, you know, one side's one map, you know, each map, and you have like a one side on one side and one side on the other side. What if one side was in the air and you could shoot it down? And it's like,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm here for that.
Titan mode was
the best.
yeah.
Look, what I'm trying to say though is,
I'm gonna be honest though, I also spent a fair bit of time in Destiny 1's Crucible.
yes, okay, that's fair.
Destiny 1's Crucible was great. Here's the problem: they made shotguns far too easy to get a hold of.
Yeah.
And there was definitely some specials that were just way better than everything else.
I mean, unfortunately, in Destiny 2 Crucible right now, the meta is SMGs and swords, and it's just not fun.
Because I remember Destiny 1. As soon as you saw someone fucking light up with solo, you had to jump like a motherfucker to dodge that pistol, and it was fun as fuck when you just saw it whiz past you, just missing.
I mean, nothing will ever be better for me in terms of gaming moments. I have a lot of gaming moments that I was just like at, but there was one moment that will forever be in my mind, and this is from Battlefield Vietnam. Is we were on the jungle map playing as the Americans, and in the Americans have the airfield that gets the transport plane that can fit like 16 people inside it and has 2 minigunners on the side. And we managed to convince my whole team to fucking fill it one day. And we fucking airdropped right on top of them. It was great. We're having a good time. We're fucking, the miniguns are fucking, you know, firing off. And then I suddenly see one last parachute fly by my gunner view.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, that's odd. I didn't think there was anyone else on the plane. Besides, you know, me and the driver. And I look over at the driver, and the driver's not there anymore. I'm like, oh, that was the driver! And so I switch to the driving seat, and I pull up on the choke, and I'm fucking like, oh, God! And we're really close to hitting the trees, and we skimmed the top of them, and we managed to pull the plane up. And I was like, holy shit. This is the greatest moment ever. I'll remember this forever. And I did.
Remember when you could fucking skim trees and not have your vehicle explode?
Yeah, back in the day when you could actually have a hitbox, which, again, this is just fucking baffles me. I mean, look, okay, so to bring it back to fanfiction and bring it back to fiction in general, it fucking baffles me how back in, like, 2010, we can have less technology and less sophistication on the writing and the video games and all the story, the mechanics, everything, how we can supposedly have less sophistication on the engine and how it can't do as much, but somehow those games back in those days had tighter hitboxing, better stories, better, more memorable gameplay. And this isn't just nostalgia. Like, I go back and play fucking Battlefield Vietnam again, and if I got a full fucking lobby, I would have as much fun as I did back then as I would now.
Yep.
It's just fun. But if I go back and I'm like, oh yeah, let's go do a Halo 4 lobby, it's
no.
It's gonna suck.
And the worst bit is, you can even see it that they have the way to do it. Like, just look at the Switch recently. A year ago, Pokemon, and then now fucking the new Legend of Zelda, and you look at them, same system.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying that to someone actually, literally yesterday when I was at work, and I was talking with some of my buddies at work, and I was like, how is it that Nintendo releases Pokemon and Legend of Zelda, and one of them is doing 4K, you know, custom craft fucking mecha B-52 bomber transformation bullshit, and the other one can't even get a 3D sprite to work?
Or if you play it for longer than an hour, its frame rate fucking plummets.
Right, exactly. And he's like, oh, well, it's different studios. I'm like, that's bullshit. We all know that's bullshit. Under Nintendo, there is only one studio, and that's Nintendo. Like, this whole fucking name shit that Nintendo uses, we all know that's a joke. It is just Nintendo. Nintendo is too controlling to be like, oh, well, it's Game Freak, so we don't interfere with what Game Freak does.
Fucking bullshit.
Literally, you have a better chance of selling me a bridge in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, here's the thing. There are some studios where I want to be clear. Not to the extent that people are like, oh, they don't interfere with Game Freak. Like, not to that extent. But like, Intelligent Systems, the company that makes Fire Emblem, which
Right.
is now actually a really big part of their moneymaker.
Right.
Because of Awakening and then its constant
Yeah,
success.
Three
yes,
Houses,
with
yeah.
like Three Houses
Yeah.
and Engage. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, Intelligent Systems largely gets left alone.
Okay, yes,
Well,
that's
the
fair.
thing is-
However,
But the thing is, Intelligent System just has to copy the same thing over and over again to make them money.
But they don't. But that's just
also true.
No. Like, if you play, right, Three Houses was the best-selling one yet. It is a
True.
radical departure from Fire Emblem.
Okay, fair.
That is true. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's actually
That's
true.
fair.
Although I
And
will say
they
this,
then
it's-
sold even more money when they made Engage, and Engage is less radical of a departure, but still, it's a lot more of a
Still
Fire
different.
Emblem game. But there's
But
still
it's
a lot of stuff
different.
that's different, right? Like,
That's fair.
the difference is that Intelligent Systems hasn't screwed up experimentation yet. I think the second they make a Fire Emblem that sucks ass, then they'll be done that way.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
Watch the one-
it's sort
it's
of
the
like the
one
Star
Fire Emblem
Wars
that adds
scenario,
guns.
right? It's sort of like the Star Wars scenario where Han Solo, a solo story, it made a decent amount of money, right? But that was because everyone went to it expecting, the previous Star Wars movie in terms of quality. But
And then it wasn't.
But the movie that followed Han Solo literally exploded in the box office. It did the worst ever. It actually lost them money, if I'm remembering correctly.
Which one was it?
I forget. I think it was the last movie. It was either the last movie or there was another side story.
Was it
Was it
Last
one of the-
Jedi? Was it Last
Was it
Jedi?
was it the Rey Skywalker one?
Yes, I think it was.
I think it was Rey Skywalker. Like, that one did fucking horrible in terms of numbers. And that was because everyone saw what happened with Han, the Solo story, and were like, yeah, I'm not going to keep going to Star Wars movies.
No. We're gonna wait to see what happens with this one.
Yeah. And then everyone was justified because, holy shit, somehow Palpatine returned. Yeah, I think the
Oh
same
my
thing.
God.
I think the
Yeah.
same thing is going to happen with Fire Emblem. It's happening right now with Pokemon, and that people used to buy Pokemon because Pokemon. Like, I'm sorry, I think it was Aura. I was telling this to, but back in the day, Ruby and Sapphire, Diamond and
Emerald.
Pearl, they
Platinum,
were
yeah.
the shit.
Black
And
and
the
White was
thing is-
apparently very good too.
No, Black and White was good. But then as soon as
Black
they hit
and
Black
White
and
in
White 2,
retrospect was good.
people didn't like it though
At
because
the
it was completely
time when
different.
Black and White
Yeah.
came out, nobody liked it.
I did, but yeah.
You
The
were a minority.
overwhelming
Yes, I
majority
was.
of fans were highly displeased.
And they tried really hard, and they came out immediately with a sequel to Black and White instead of a DLC, which that was another major negative, because the previous formula, I don't think you said this specifically to me. Yeah, I probably said it to the D&D group, and you were just there, like you were one of the last people there. The previous formula, and this formula is hands down a absolute money grab, but at the same time, I would fall for it every time. You release the 2 games, and then you release the update, which is one new game with all the fucking DLC, with all the fucking updates. It fixes
The new
glitches, it fixes
evolutions.
bugs, new evolution. It does all the shit everyone was looking for to
And they haven't
continue
done
playing
one of
it.
those since Black and White, since fucking Platinum. They haven't done one of those since
Platinum was the last one.
And I don't understand why, because it fucking worked.
It's easy, Kaz.
Mm.
Because the generation that grew up with these, you know, gold, silver, crystal. Crystal was so fucking good.
I still play
Ruby, Sapphire,
Crystal
Emerald.
sometimes.
Emerald was
Emerald
so fucking good.
Fucking good. Not red, blue, and fucking yellow. And yellow was
Yellow
so
was
fucking
so
good.
good. Yeah, and fucking Platinum was so fucking good.
The hype for things like Magmortar, Electivire, Togekiss, fucking all the new evolutions and everything. Everyone was
It
fucking
was
loving it.
so good. And then the fucking battle arena, you got like Heatran and all that shit, and you're
Yeah,
like, bruh.
I can catch a Beldum in Platinum and even Pearl and fucking Diamond.
It
What?
was so good. And then they just came out with Black and White, and you're like, okay, so what's like the sequel to this is gonna be like Gray or something, right?
Which,
No,
by
it's
the
just Black
way,
and White 2.
would have been literally perfect.
Like they could have
Yeah,
called it
Pokemon Gray.
something even like Shades of Gray, because this is before 50 Shades of Gray.
Yeah.
So they could have called it Shades of Grey. And they could have portrayed, you know, N in a completely different light, in a more sympathetic light, to make it be like, oh, well, the bad guys don't always have to be the bad guys.
We could have found out about his little fucking like room and everything way before the final
There
battle.
is
We could have found
so much shit they could have done with the story.
We could have found Pokemon that he actually raised, and when using it against him, he talked about it or something.
There's so much shit they could have done with it, because like you could have been battling him, and like as the Pokemon like faints, they could have had him like say some sort of epitaph for each Pokemon, because and then like they imply you killed them, because then he never uses them again in the rest of the game. Like there's so much shit they could have done.
Yeah.
With a sequel to Black and White, and then they came out with Black and White 2.
Do you know what I think the best thing to do for Black and White would have been? Have him battle you with Pokemon, but never use a Pokeball.
Yes.
Yo.
Yes, that would have been amazing in the like middle sequel Gray. So he uses the Purloin and he's like, wait, is it following him? He never threw the Pokeball, and then you realize he doesn't use them.
Each
So-
Pokemon like runs onto the field, because Black and White was, correct me if I'm wrong, that was still like 2D, 3D-ish, right? Like that was
It
still
was,
like
it was sprite work.
Yeah,
but
it's
it
still
had
sprite
some
work,
3D sprites. It had some 3D workings on it because you could use the 3DS to bring it. Like,
honestly, what you could have done there is you could have been you could have used the like the trainer wants to battle versus screen each time he threw it, because again, this is a story battle, this isn't a like normal trainer battle. You could emphasize this by, instead of like just like, oh, the next Pokemon just pops out, you could play the 3D cinematic between each Pokemon N sends out, and it's like the Pokemon's literally running onto the field, and you could show that.
Or even when the trainer wants to battle, where it kind of cuts the screen and shows the two trainers, like it does in like Champions and all that. You do that with N and show the Pokemon
show all the Pokemon just behind him. Right, exactly.
Yeah, but like,
there's so
there's
much
a million
you
things you could have done.
And instead they released Black and White 2, which, I mean, okay, yeah, fair enough, whatever. It was at the time, yes, it sold great, but it sold great because it sold to the new generation of Pokemon fans. It didn't sell.
Your rival, and your new rival had his
to us.
his new rival had his sister's Purloin stolen from them, so that's why he's an asshole. That's it.
Yeah, and it's like our generation. I feel like our generation died at what came after Black and White 2, X and Y?
X and Y. Yep.
I feel like our generation died at X and Y, where we kind of held on with Black and White, and we were kind of just like, all right, but you know, it's not bad. It's a cool story, I guess. It's
Where's
like
the third game? Where's the third game though to bring it all together?
Where's Z?
And then they just released X and Y. I remember being excited for X and Y. I remember X and Y coming out, and me and my friends in college, we went down to the local GameStop.
We were all Sneaky. I'm
You were
pretty
there.
sure you and I ran into each other at that GameStop.
Yeah, we literally, yes. You and Nose literally ran into me, Alex, and Dan at that GameStop, because we all were like, dude, the game came out, let's go buy it. And we
Okay.
all ran into each other at the fucking GameStop in the mall where we got Panda Express afterwards. And,
Yeah.
and we bought the game and we all played it and we all got to like the third or fourth gym and then none of us played it ever again.
I remember.
Oh no,
getting
no, no, no,
lost
no, no!
last night, I was just like, you know what, I'm out.
My group did finish it.
Oh, your group did finish it? Okay.
Because
yeah.
remember, there was like 7 or 8 people with me.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Didn't X and Y have the least amount of added Pokemon of all Pokemon
Yes.
games?
Not
other
only
than
did it
maybe even
have the
Gen 2?
least amount, it restricted a bunch of Pokemon behind the national decks.
I think I got
Yeah.
to. Yeah, I
The
got to
only good-
Latias, and then I was like,
yeah.
oh, I might as well go play Rayman Legends again.
That was not X and Y. That was for Sapphire and Omega Ruby. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, man, I picked up Omega Ruby and it was
Is it
so fucking good.
really? Is it? I thought. Is it as like? I know that the gym leaders were somewhat of a challenge, but is it true that the evil teams in the final battle, their megas only have 3 moves?
I don't know too much about that because I play in a very weird style of having only 2 Pokemon.
Your starter and
Wait, I'm sorry,
Hatred
No,
what?
Blade?
I completely ignore my starter, honestly.
Good man, good man.
Yeah, I pick up 2 Pokemon specifically for Ruby, Emerald, because I want to recreate Emerald. I picked up a Ralts and I found a Breloom, Shroomish. I found a Shroomish and I evolved it into Breloom. And I made the Breloom a Speed Punch champion, and I made the Gardevoir the Jack of all trades. And that's how I played through Omega Ruby. And they were the power couple. It was great. It brought back a lot of really good memories for me. So I didn't really notice because I kind of tend to just completely obliterate all of my NPC
No, that's fair.
bones. Yeah.
No, I can understand the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire was amazing, but they need to bring out again a 3rd game. They need to start bringing out the 3rd fucking games again.
I don't get me wrong. I understand that, like the remakes were set in a certain way because Fire Red, Leaf Green, they didn't have a 3rd remake to top that.
Yeah.
So like. I Heart Gold, Soul Silver. They didn't come out with Crystal. I was fine with that because the Heart Gold,
It's
Soul
remakes
Silver
of-
had all of the upgrades, had all of the everything.
It had shit like Mamoswine and everything in it, so you didn't have to worry. Like, you didn't need a 3rd game for it.
Yeah. And
But Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire still had the same restrictions that Sapphire and Ruby had. So you couldn't get everything, you couldn't face both teams. It wasn't like the others where they had everything already. Emerald had its own extra story that we never got.
That's true, and I did notice that, and I was a little bit bummed out by it.
And how was the post story? I don't remember the post story of Alpha Sapphire.
I actually didn't play it.
Because I was going to say, is it still only the Battle Tower like Sapphire and Ruby, and not the entire Frontier like Emerald?
I think the Frontier was in it. I can't speak on that though because I didn't play it personally. I kind of just beat the Elite Four and was like, there I go. Post game Omega Ruby was solid. Was it okay? So it was the Battle Frontier. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Because was not the Battle Frontier.
No.
What?
But it was still but they must have added some stuff.
So what they add?
Still. Deoxys. Oh yes.
Deoxys. Okay.
Yeah,
So
when you had the Mega Rayquaza.
Besides the so it was the Mega Rayquaza, the Delta episode. Okay. That's dope. Okay, I'm there for that. That's pretty good. I would have preferred the Battle Frontier and the Elemental Islands to be included. That would have been nice. I have very fond memories of playing Emerald and getting that shit. It was the best. It was so fucking dope. It was amazing.
Where Zinnia is from, yeah.
I have memories of I decided I was going to go on a nostalgia trip in high school. And yep. So in high school I broke out my old New York City Times Square Pokemon Anniversary
Oh.
gold-plated Game Boy Advance.
Wow.
And I plugged my Emerald into that, and I played it during high school in the middle of classes, and it was senior year, nearing the end of year, as in the middle of physics class, I am fighting the Elite Four with my Breloom and Gardevoir. All my Pokemon are down. I don't have any revives left because I didn't farm or any of that shit. I don't have any revives left. I don't have any full restores left. All my Pokemon are down. It's down to the fucking Gyarados versus my Gardevoir. My Gardevoir has 10 HP left. She is poisoned.
Ooh.
And he just sent out the full HP Gyarados.
But what he did,
My Gardevoir knows Thunder Shock.
yeah,
And
shock,
she
not
has, and she has Quick Claw.
bolt.
And the Quick Claw activates, and I get a critical hit, ×4 damage, super effective, and I drop that fucker from 100% to 0 with 1 turn left on my Gardevoir, my final Pokemon.
My man was on death's door and he got that crit.
And I got the crit, and
Yeah, the
I
crit mattered,
fucking
though.
just sat up and cheered in the middle of physics class. I was psyched, and everyone looked at me. I was like, sorry, I just beat Emerald on my Game Boy Advance. And
Yeah.
everyone was like, alright, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah. Oh.
But that was such a fucking psych moment for me, because literally I had 1 turn to win.
Yep. That is what it would feel like in an actual fucking Pokemon battle.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm waiting, like, VR people said was the future. I am still waiting for a good VR Pokemon game that lets us feel like a fucking trainer. And that's not going to happen probably in our lifetime.
I think Full Dive is going to happen in our lifetime, so we're probably going to be in our 50s and 60s when Full Dive happens.
Which will be great because we'll be old, lonely men.
Exactly.
Retirement will be living in a video game, and I'd love that.
You think we're gonna retire?
Retire, that's funny. Yeah. Okay, buddy.
Retire? What's that?
Yeah, no.
It's
Can
when you
eat
it's
it?
when you commit enough insurance fraud.
Yeah, right, my bad. Of course. But, no, I think we're gonna be old enough for for Full Dive. I think we're gonna...
No, there'll be a specifically dumbed down version called Old Dive.
Old Dive, yeah. But no, I think specifically our generation is absolutely going to become elderly Chunies. I think we're going to 100% become elderly Chunies, and we're going to have the ability to be children again inside the game, and at least half of us are going to be like, no, we're all going to roleplay the old man tropes. Let's go!
Yeah. We're the veteran gentleman with the zigzagoo.
We're the fucking, the fucking mage who's like hunched over and is using his, fucking staff to walk, but that is like, I cast nuclear bomb!
It's like one of the new generation challenges us. One of the new generation challenges us, and we bring God. Yeah. One of the new generation challenges us with a level 5 starter. Oh, you've made a mistake. Let's go, God!
Why do I hear Cynthia
I
sing?
summon
Why do I hear piano?
God!
Chanting.
And you know what's best? The new generation won't realize why we're
the
sending...
ocean starts singing
Oh,
Latin.
God, all of the fucking moves we use, all of the Pokemon or monsters or whatever summons we have, they're all gonna be named memes. Someone's gonna be out here being like, Exodia, obliterate! And the fucking, like, Zoom, like, what are they called? What would they be called then? Like, Omegas or some shit? Oh, like, because like the Zoomers, and then we have the alpha generation or whatever the fuck comes after.
Omega.
Yeah, the Epsilon generation, or whatever the fuck they're called at this point. The Epsilon generation is gonna be like, what the fuck, Exodia? Ah!
What the
Big
fuck?
Chungus the Snorlax, yeah.
Obliterate!
No,
No,
I'm
like,
literally.
listen, There'll be a thing.
If we come
There'll
to
be
a time
a
when
here,
there's.
Do you
Sorry.
know who Exodia is? If you
It's
answer yes, they
over,
give you-
youngster! I have the high ground!
And it's just you on a flying type.
You're just like fucking standing on a hill or some shit.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
you're
no.
standing on the back. You're standing on the back of a ghost type that's hovering 2 inches off the ground.
Right, exactly, yeah.
You know what? I can't wait till Pokemon is no longer turn-based because of VR.
Yeah. Yeah.
My Electrode named Exodia with a focus sash is gonna obliterate, and I'm gonna love it.
You're a bad man. However, I do subscribe to your newsletter.
Yeah.
No, personally, I feel like God of War should be buffed. I feel like they should be able to learn every move. I feel like a God of War coming out and casting Absolute Zero would be the toppest tier.
The God of War's rebel against the horny trainers. It's a worldwide event. The Lopunnies have joined them.
If you're one of the rare trainers that's never made a past your Gardevoir, you aren't executed.
Yeah. If you don't, you're given a choice to join the Pokemons and start a rebellion.
Buff God of War Solar appears. Yeah, true facts.
Yeah.
True facts.
Yeah.
You're also absolutely going to have the people that do like Solaire builds. They're
Oh,
just
hell,
like,
100%.
I'm the tank.
They'll-
Praise the sun.
And
No.
they'll just have a Solrock behind them.
No, they'll have a Soul Rock, and he'll be named Jolly Cooperation.
Yeah,
Yep.
some dumb shit like that. Only does 2v2 battles.
Jolly Cooperation, the Solrock, and an electric type
Oh,
named Gwyn.
No,
Instead
of lightning spears.
no, even better. They're gonna have a Lunatone that's named fucking shit. I am too drunk to remember her name now. The Elden Ring waifu. The moon waifu.
Ronnie.
Ronnie. Yeah, so you're gonna have Solaire the Soul Rock and Lunatone Ronnie.
Yes.
By the way, the reason I remember that is because I currently have a fabulous, an excellent plush Ronnie purchased from Etsy sitting on my shelf
Why do you have that?
because it's small and adorable.
Because
Understandable.
Whitney is best waifu. She's doll waifu.
That
No, this is fair. No, this is
no.
true. No. Man's got a point. Ronnie is in fact doll waifu that everyone was horny for, but she actually responds.
Yeah.
Now,
And
to be fair, she
meanwhile,
responds
Renala is
with
the milf that you
disgust.
can't.
Are
Renala
you
is the
kidding?
milf you want to
Ronnie responds with disgust. Bro, she literally is like, well, I guess if you're so dedicated, I'll marry you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She responds. She reciprocates.
Yeah, that is 100%.
Calls you dearest consort.
Fucking, yeah, dearest. Okay, so admittedly, yes, she doesn't full on marry you. However, you are promoted to #1 sex pest.
Mhm.
But she's fine.
It's good
Yep.
enough.
It's good enough for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, Elden Ring still has Ronnie's ending as the #1 most achieved ending.
Yep.
My favorite part is that, like,
Isn't the
You
second
can-
most the friends
you
they
can
play?
stumble
Or is it
into
the
the
death one?
start of Ronnie's ending,
Chaos Flame.
but, like, finishing it, nah.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard, but everyone fucking is like, yes.
hmm At what point do people usually get stuck on Rani's ending? I'm trying to think of that. It's not gonna sell.
It's super easy. The biggest part you could get stuck for Ronnie's ending is accidentally Chaos Flame.
Yeah, accident
Oh,
Chaos
yeah.
Flame.
The second biggest stuck on ending is not knowing to go through the underground, fighting the space insect, and then going to the island above. Like, that is not
Yeah.
obvious at all. It's not told to you basically at all. You know, there's no clear direction on that one besides you just exploring everything.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's impressive how many people managed to do it.
I mean, listen, I
Listen.
think a lot of people went and got a guide for Ronnie, but
Yeah.
I don't
Okay,
blame them.
yes, but like I'm talking about like in the first like
In the early
week.
moments, yeah.
Yeah,
in the
in the
first
early
week,
moments
Ronnie's
where
ending
the
was the
guide
most
really
fun.
wasn't out yet, people still managed to, through the power of sheer horny, a lot of people managed to complete Ronnie's ending
Mhm.
without a guide.
I did it without a
true.
guide.
Yeah, I also did it without a guide. Now, to be fair, I did it without a guide because I just explored everything.
Yeah.
Ronnie's ending is the best ending. Absolutely, Ronnie's ending is the best ending. Like, look, okay, so the rest of the endings are kind of actually chuny cringe. Like,
Yeah.
even the one where you fix the order of the world and like you prevent the other gods from interfering. You don't even know that, to be fair. Oh, that's adorable.
It is.
The best part, the person who made it, they sent it with a voice box.
Oh no.
Oh. Yeah.
Of like
I found-
in-game lines or like AI recorded lines?
No, in game. No. This came out like a couple. They made this thing like a month or two after the game came out, so it's the actual voice lines.
Oh, based.
Yeah. Listen. If I'm
My
pretty-
favorite, it does in fact have the ones where you pick up the doll and it's like, oh god.
My favorite meme for doll Ronnie, for the miniature Ronnie, is the pocket Ronnie, where you use her
Yeah.
as an
Oh
8
my
ball.
god. Yeah.
Yeah.
no,
oh,
I-
what do you do?
Ronnie, should I get a combo meal or a large? What's going on
And
here?
then it's just a weird ye old English.
Yeah,
and
it's
he
a
goes,
weird
"Yes,
yell
Buckles."
English of okay, large shake, large fry, yeah, double patty. Let's go.
Yeah.
Listen, my personal favorite is, I forget who did this. Someone made a comic of Doll Ronnie, but they replaced Paimon with Doll Ronnie.
Based.
A Genshin one. Yeah.
I
If
don't remember where it was.
I can't
It
remember.
was
I can't remember.
hilarious.
There was
Honestly,
this
I'm
one
kind of
short-
surprised by the lack of Elden Ring fanfiction, simply because the Ronnie ending is literally crossover fodder.
Oh god,
Mm.
yes.
Here it is. What can I get for you?
Yeah.
Do you want a meal or just a sandwich? Oh, Ronnie, what do I do? Oh, that committed. Then to the age I must usher in alone. The fry shall grant thee the necessary vigor. Oh God.
Stuff's
forget
back in
my
the
console.
pocket. Meal.
Yes, meal would be great.
Ronnie's
I remember there was
ending in a
another one I
Destiny
saw.
crossover. A Destiny crossover. Oh, yeah. Ronnie just fucking showing up in Destiny. 10 out of 10. Would ghost again.
There was one I saw where a guy goes, "Oh, you want to throw hands tarnished?" And he just goes, "1 second, finger up. What do I do?" It's like, "Thou art gonna be just a craven or whatever." It's like, "All right, throw these hands."
For some reason, it just reminded me of
Okay,
whatever
right.
you had to deal with whenever you went to Majula again. You just had to like click through the fucking
Mm.
text at the Emerald Herald. Just like, please, for the love of
The-
God, let me fucking level up. You
Oh,
fucking bitch."
fucking! What were the words? The three
You
words again?
not shit talk the Emerald Herald in my
Oh
presence.
no, I am not going to shit up the Emerald Herald. I am just asking, why are you making me go through 20 fucking text boxes just to ask?
Because she cares
level up.
about you. Now be quiet and
Seek
listen.
less. Seek less.
Look, I get that she cares, but listen,
But
lady,
you're
I'm
emotionally
dealing.
stunted. I understand.
Listen, lady, I'm still dealing with the Giant King. Can you please, for the love of God, level my fucking strength, please? I'm tired of dealing with this cunt.
Bro, you. Oh, Giant King. I was about to say, are you dying on the last giant?
No.
Oh.
No.
God fucking no.
I died once to the first giant because Dark Souls 2 was my first Souls game.
I mean, I died to
Yeah.
him because funny physics breaking. Thank you, Dark Souls.
Yeah. My first Souls-like was actually Bloodborne.
That is
That's a good start.
It's a
It
good
is-
place to start, but it's also
a
a
good
rough
place to
place to start.
It is because it ruined Dark Souls 1 and 2 for me. Because I finished the games, but I didn't like them because they were so fucking slow compared to Bloodborne.
Yeah.
3 was a bit better, but every single time I'm like, nah, Sekiro was my jam after that because it was fast, it was great. You didn't have to deal
I
with
like
poison swamps
Sekiro.
because you had the Shinobi tool. Like, Bloodborne being my first Souls, like, definitely.
As someone who has never played a Souls-like until Dark Souls 1, who then played Dark Souls 1 in co-op, because Dark Souls 2 was coming out, and I wanted to know what the fuck I was getting into.
Yeah,
Dark Souls 2 is the worst game.
it is.
Dark Souls 3 was a fucking
Actually,
masterpiece.
no. I'll raise that and say Demon Souls is worse.
I can't speak on Demon Souls. I
You
never
know what?
played it.
I don't think Demon Souls was that bad. I really don't.
It wasn't that bad, but it.
Elden
Phoenix, you're just
Ring
fucking wrong.
is the second worst game in the Dark Souls
Phoenix.
series.
That's just
No.
no.
Okay, no, I can sort of see where he's coming from with this. The story for Elden Ring wasn't that good.
Also, one thing I would say, hey, Sign.
All right,
you
yeah, I
link-
can understand the bosses. They've got over 100, and like 3/4 of them are the same guy, and some of them are regular enemies.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
Like,
can
only
understand
17
that.
were like unique bosses, and the rest of
That's
them were just repeats.
Fair, I
And it-
suppose, but of
and
those
it's
17, like
are there even 17 unique?
the
because-
the repeated bosses were optional things. Like every
Yeah.
main story
Yeah,
boss
yeah.
was unique, as
There
opposed to
was
Dark Souls 2, which was
I'm
main
trying to think
story
of unique.
boss,
No.
man in armor, main story boss, man in
Phoenix
armor.
said Dark Souls is the worst. Dark Souls 2 is the worst game. He said
Elden Ring was
after,
second worst.
like, not considering Dark Souls 2, he said Elden Ring was the second worst.
Well,
Sign.
I'm trying to
Don't forget
think
link in
of
the story.
unique
Oh,
Elden
yeah, but,
unique
like,
Elden Ring bosses is Margit, not even Godric actually, because in the fucking prison there's a fucking Godfroy. Margit, Morgoth, who's slightly different, so I'll count him as unique. Radahn, Renala, fucking Millennia, Radagon, and Elden Beast. And
I was
Murg,
about to
I
say
guess,
I was about to say Captain Nile, but no.
Ranella. She was a
Ranella,
unique buff. She was.
I said Renala, yeah.
No, okay.
But Horaloo
Renala
and
was fucking
Horaloo
weird.
was fucking great.
Yeah, Horaloo was like, "Hey, ever been ground pounded into the ground before?" No.
All right, time to put away my
time
axe.
to learn. Boom.
Horaloo was time to throw away my axe and
Yeah.
show you I got them hands.
Renala
Horaloo was I
Renala
have
was
removed
solid, yeah.
the limiter.
But,
Horaloo
yeah,
was
like,
also
there's
like
about
one of those
10
instances
I'd say
of
there's
like,
about 10 unique
yeah,
ones. Because even Astel has another version of him just hanging out in a mine. For some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, like when I
Yeah.
first found the insect boss fight, I thought that was dope as shit, and then I found out there's like 2 more of him, and I was like,
I thought it was only one more in the mine in the consecrated snowfields, and that's it. But it's not unique. They've just shoved him there because they didn't have another boss to put. And I'm pretty sure he's in front of a magma dragon Theodorix that has the most health in the game, doesn't it? Out of bosses, and you can actually get 3 of the squid guys over to him that kills him, literally beats him for you.
But aside from all that, we can all agree Dark Souls 3 was fucking amazing.
It was, and I would put it above Bloodborne, but it still puts Sekiro above Dark Souls 3.
I was really on the
For
fence.
For one boss fight
no,
and one boss
no.
fight only. One boss
Okay,
fight and one boss fight only.
All right.
counterpoint,
What boss
freedom
fight?
of builds.
Yeah.
freedom of
Like-
builds, yeah, but the boss fight, Great Shinobi Owl, where you can't Makiri counter, you can't fucking thrust. You've just got to do it pure skill. There is no way to cheese him.
No. Dark Souls 3, it was perfect. It was perfect in so many ways, and like in terms of lore, holy shit. In terms of DLC, oh my god, the Ring City DLC was so fucking good.
Okay. I want to say that
Okay,
I'm
Base
still
Dark
mad
Souls
it took
3
me so
should not
fucking
be
long to kill
considered
Meteor by myself.
compared. Like the Ringed City has so much going for it that base Dark Souls 3 simply can't. Because
Okay, I'll give you that. If we're going off pure base Dark Souls, it's a close first place.
True.
It's a
Yes.
close
I'd
first
put-
place.
I'd put Sakurai first, but I did, yeah, the Ring City, and even the fucking Ashes of Arendelle is.
I
It wasn't
personally,
as
I
good,
think
but-
all the Dark Souls DLC just gave Dark Souls 3 such a solid lead. It
Mhm.
was just so all of the
like,
DC
okay,
was so
listen,
fucking good.
Ashes is good, but like, here's the thing, right? And you can actually see this really clearly. When you go and look at Fire Emblem Awakening, the amount
Wasn't the
of
first
love.
DLC received badly? Yes. Ashes was received not that great.
Now, here's the thing,
However-
Ashes was received poorly. I have no idea why Ashes is great.
However, Atin and I did was it Max or was that Freed?
No, it was you and me.
Oh,
It was you and me.
Yeah.
You and I still haven't played Dark Souls 3 with you.
Atin and I
Did
did
do a blind?
Freed, and that was the best fucking boss fight we ever had.
Yeah.
To be
Three
clear,
was
Sneaky and I were lunatics, and we were on New Game Plus like 6 and 7
8 respectively. Yeah. It was we did it on insano mode. We had no idea what we were getting into. We got to part 2. We were like, all right, we got this. We beat her, and then it's like, surprise, bitch. Part 3. We're like, oh fuck. Okay. We died so many times. We got to the end of part 3. We're like, yes, we finally beat her. We put our mimic hats on, and we're like, wait, why are we getting souls? And then
Where are my
part
souls?
4 started.
Where are my souls?
yeah.
Because
We
you beat
have-
Freed once, and you're like, right? You played Dark Souls 3. You're like, no.
Yeah. She's got
This
a
is
part 2.
this is it, right? You don't pull out the mimic hat. You're not that dumb. Then
you see,
beat Phase
Father-
2, and you're like,
Father.
and you're like, you put the mimic hat on, and you're like, all right, here comes my reward.
Where's my
Where is it?
souls?
Where is
Where
it?
are my souls?
And I remember,
And then you get Black Flame
with crystal
Freed.
clarity. Atin and I, both on super low HP, we got no healing left, we got no fucking magic left. We both put on our mimic hats, and I'm like, Atin, I'm not getting any souls.
And
And
then,
he's like, oh no!
because here's the thing, Sneaky wasn't looking at her. I was looking at her.
This fucking bitch had a fetish for impaling me.
Yeah.
Listen,
then
she wanted
everyone-
Sneaky. She wanted Sneaky to know
Like, you don't
that she
no,
was
no, no.
wearing all of the pants.
You
Yeah.
don't understand. She did nothing besides
To
impale me. She impaled me,
Oh.
went invisible, impaled me again, went invisible, impaled me again. I went up to the fucking door with Atin there with me summoned, and I died to a scythe coming out of the ghost wall.
Oh, it was the Ornstein fight all over.
Yes.
That's why.
And then
man.
I said, Atin, I'm doing it and you can't stop me. He said, what the fuck does that mean? I said, watch. And I pulled out the fucking fire spell where you grab their face and explode their existence. And I did that until she died.
The fact that she never countered it made me incredibly upset.
I was like, I am pissed now, and you are perishing.
Yeah. And fucking
Didn't seem to
fighting
have a
Midir,
response
like,
to it.
and then fighting Midir on the bridge in the fucking next one.
Midir was great, yeah.
Fucking
Midir was
But-
fantastic. The
Gale.
pain and suffering that man inflicted on us.
Hands down, however, the non-DLC moments, the peak moment of Dark Souls 3, has to be hands down when Atin and I challenged the Lord of the Flame for the first time.
Oh, like
Atin is like, oh, I'll just heal now. I'm like, no, Atin, dodge! And he's like, why? Because I see him winding up for the fucking beam spell. I'm like, oh no, dodge!
yeah.
well, no. It wasn't the beam spell. Or yeah, it was the beam.
It was the beam
spell got
the
me.
first
but I
time
remember
it
the
was
first
the
time.
beam spell.
I remember the second time he readied the lightning stick, right? Because
Yeah, Atin goes.
he had the lightning stake, right? And he hadn't used the lightning
Yeah.
storm on us yet. He'd just been using the stake.
He goes, ha! He missed me! And I look up at the
Sneaky,
sky.
who was playing a caster and is about 40 feet further
and I
back.
see like a lightning bolt in the sky, and I go, I didn't miss you! He's like, huh?
Yeah, to be fair, I'm gonna say then, because a lot of people like me did theirs solo. Like, we had fun moments, but we didn't have those kind of moments.
Oh,
But that's
man,
the thing, right?
No,
Like-
dude, the Midir fight was insano mode because we fucking broke his AI at one point, and he just went 100% disco death and literally coated the entire arena in exploding lasers.
Oh.
The frame rate was the best part was we told Max about this, and Max was like, "I'm gonna recreate this."
And then he did.
And he did?
Recreated.
And then I did.
Max recreated this.
Yeah. And we were just like, what the fuck? Just because we were doing so good against him too. Okay, so to give you an idea of how bad the Midir fight was for us, once again, you gotta keep in mind we were doing this on +7 and +8.
Yeah.
We spent collectively
Wait, you were doing on
$450.
+7?
Yes.
Yes, we spent we played the shit out of Dark Souls 3. Okay, we spent
And we were like,
collectively.
and when we found out that we would have had to redo the whole game,
Yeah.
to go do Ring City
Yeah.
and Ashes of Arendelle, we were like, nah, we'll just play the game, right? How
bad could it be?
could it
Yeah.
be? Words spoken by fools.
Yeah. To give you an idea of how bad the Midir fight was, fighting him for the first time, without any of the DLC gear, at +7 and +8, we spent 423 humanities. Or embers, or whatever.
It's the same fucking thing.
Same thing, yeah. Fucking hell.
We spent 423. We spent over 10 hours fighting this boss. And this wasn't even a case of like, okay, we beat him the first time, then we spent just as long trying to beat him the second time.
No.
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 This was on the +7 run. Because then we figured out we could poison him with mercury, and then we committed so many war crimes the Geneva Convention got overturned.
No, seriously.
Oh.
We were like, that's it. Because here's the problem. We weren't as we were so tired. We didn't enter tester mode like Max. We just thought that ultra laser beam was just a thing because he did it so consistently. We were like, I guess ultra super laser beam Midir is just the final
Yeah,
form.
We
Get to
didn't
him.
know that disco mode was something that we were breaking him into.
Oh.
Because
We
we were
thought
breaking
that
him
was
into
just
that.
normal.
Wait,
We
what
didn't
were
know
you
it-
doing?
Yeah,
Like,
so
in disco
normally
mode?
he's just supposed to do a little S beam and then it blows up
yeah.
and it's whatever. This
Yeah.
dude's fucking head spun around like a teacup on a 2000s era amusement park bumper
Okay,
card ride.
Sneaky is exaggerating for comedic effect, but he literally, he just kept his mouth was, it's like his jaw just became permanently unhinged.
The
and he's not
beam
even,
went for
he's
like
not
30
even
fucking
doing,
seconds.
he's not even doing the S curve anymore. He's just like sweeping his head, like, ah.
Yeah, literally just everything.
My man's acting like Wario from Wario World.
And we had no idea this was not normal behavior because this was the first time we ever fought him.
Wow.
Yeah,
It ended with us getting naked and only
For
equipping.
Excuse me?
Yeah. For the
Yeah.
iframes, and we got naked and only equipped the Mercury, and then we just Mercury'd him to death.
Wow.
Can someone
Yeah,
send me a clip of this? I wish we could send you a clip of this. However, in
I want to be clear.
my
I want to be clear. We recorded everything.
we recorded everything.
Sneaky's just a fucking idiot.
I, however, had installed Dark Souls to the same hard drive that I was recording to.
Yeah, like we said.
And I specify hard drive because it was a HDD.
Hard drive.
And the platters failed, didn't they?
No. The problem is that you
No.
can't load a game and then also record a game at the same time to a hard
Do
disk
the
drive.
same. same hard drive.
without absolutely tanking the FPS in rendering.
Which was what happened. We ended up recording at 8 FPS.
Yeah.
Now, the game was going 60. The recording of it was 8.
Potato mode.
Yeah,
Oh,
so no, not even potato mode. It didn't even get enough
somewhat.
FPS to record video
Mm.
concurrently.
Yeah, as far as OBS was concerned, this was sub-potato mode.
Yeah, it was bad. Unfortunately, we got no usable footage out of it. Our audio was distorted. The whole thing was just absolutely.
I
fucked.
was so fucking mad when he told me this because I had actually been looking forward to trying to edit that all down. To
Yeah,
something useful for my
I
channel.
was like,
because
oh man,
at
it's
one
been like
point we wanted to do a
200
YouTube channel, right?
gigabytes.
And this that was like we're like, okay, when do we even start this? How do we start this? And then it was like, you know what? It's Dark Souls 3. This is gonna be a fantastic game.
Yeah.
And we didn't we'd been recording. Oh God, our first session. It must have
Yeah.
been what, Sneaky, like 10 hours.
Dude, we played for like 12 hours straight.
I'm 90% certain you told me you lost roughly 20 hours of footage.
We lost so many hours of footage before we realized that I wasn't recording it correctly.
Oh.
It
And it was
was.
such a
This,
if I'd
yeah, this
known,
was
I'd have
back
at
in the
least tried
day
to
when I
record
had
some
two
of
hard
myself.
drives. I had my OS hard drive and I had my hard drive. And unfortunately, my
Yeah.
OS hard drive could only fit my operating system on it. And
Yeah.
I didn't have anywhere else to put Dark Souls.
Even a 3.0 external would have been a better off.
It
Yup,
really would have
But
been.
we just didn't know. And so by the time we finished,
Because I in my head I was like, there's no way I can record like all of this 20, because like we did a test record and the test record was like 20 gigabytes for 1 hour, and I was like, there's no way we can put this onto the C drive.
Yeah. Did you put it on the C drive initially for your test recording?
Yeah.
yeah, that was it.
Okay.
Because we put it on the C drive and like Sneaky said, we got like 1 hour of footage and we're like, we're not gonna be edited, right? It's not like we're gonna be like playing 5 hours and then edit this down and render it overnight while we sleep, right? Because Max was like, okay, I'll edit this, because Max wanted to try editing. He's like, I'll edit this down into what it was gonna be like 25-30 minute chunks or something.
Yeah, something like
And
that.
like
Yeah.
cutting out like the boring bit, like waiting for summoning and all that crap, right?
Yeah.
And so we were just like, okay, we're gonna just power through because we have to get as much footage as we humanly can so that Max can edit this.
And so I was just like, oh, we gotta put it on the secondary hard drive. I can't put this on the C drive. And so we do that, And then we play like another 18 hours, and then I was like, all right, well, let me go check my footage for Max.
Also, you got to understand this is on launch day. Like,
Yeah.
I took a day off of work.
No, this wasn't. No, dude, this was
No, I'm sorry.
college.
No, that was something else.
Yeah, this is college.
I was
No,
gonna
I
say
skipped. I'm sorry. I meant
you're
I
not
meant to
working
say
yet.
that I took the day off. Like I
You skipped class.
Yeah.
I didn't have class. He had class. He skipped it.
I had one class on Friday that I
Yeah.
skipped.
And we just
like-
played the fucking weekend. We played so much Dark Souls, and at the end, I was like, oh, we were in the magma lakes. And I was like,
No,
oh.
it wasn't the Magma Lake. It was
Yeah.
No, because remember, we went back to check the footage because a skeleton psycho crushed you off the. No, the skeleton psycho crushed you into the ball.
Yeah, no, that was at the magma lakes. We reached the end of the magma lakes.
Oh yeah.
And it was at that point that I
And
was
we
like,
were like,
oh,
oh
man,
my
I gotta
god,
go
that
check
was so
this
funny. We
footage.
gotta go look at that.
Yeah, and then I was like, Atin.
Well, right at first,
Atin.
Sneaky's like, oh no, it's in like 8 FPS, and I was like, oh, no.
No, to be fair
Oh,
though,
no.
I did for like a solid minute just be like, Atin.
And I'm sitting there like, what? What?
Then eventually I was like, it's an 8 FPS. And Atin's like, well, it can't be that bad. I'm like, Atin.
He sends it to me.
I got
He
no
sends
video.
me like a 30-second clip. I'm like, oh, this is unusable.
I got
I'm
no
like,
video.
Did you
And
did
our
you check
audio is like,
anything
I was like, we can't use this.
And then I was like, okay, maybe it's like a recent thing.
And we checked all the footage. All of it was at 8 FPS. All of it.
I was so upset because
and
me and all the
two of
recordings.
us were
I had,
just like, no.
Yeah. This all would have been fixed if Sneaky done a basic goddamn sound test on the other
We
recording
did a
section.
sound test on the hard drive that couldn't have all of that data.
Yeah, I know.
And that was the
Sneaky, you're
problem.
supposed to double check it on both hard drives.
But we were stupid.
I know you were. I
That's
will
the
not
whole
let
point.
you live this down.
We don't want to. It depresses us greatly.
God, if I'd known, I would have tried to have gotten something of my experiments with Madeira at least.
Oh, you know what's the most depressing thing ever, though? The fact that Atin and I never recorded our Slave Knight Gale fight. Because he was tough. Because again, we're playing on +7 and +8. And even when we used the bleed cheese strat, it didn't work. This dude fucking dribbled us. You
gotta
understand though? Like, I was level 200, Atin was level 180, and we're getting fucking dribbled by him.
Did my man say choo choo and your ass was grass?
Oh
And
god.
we beat his first phase. We get the cinematic, and we're just like, bro. We're like, yeah, phase 2, let's go.
And he just, I remember this very distinctly. It was on Sneaky's. We get to phase 2, and Sneaky's like, yeah, let's go. And the soul explosion, and we're like, oh, that's so cool. And Gale jumps into the sky and just.
And phase 3
bounces
begins.
Sneaky off a throne.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we
off.
finally get him down, and phase 3 begins, and we're like, oh no! And then we die, and then we get to the final run. We get to the final run. We're down. I got no magic left as a caster. I got no Estus flask left. Atin's got nothing left either. We're both down to 1 hit, and we get killed. And we're like, no, we can't go out like this. He's got 1/4 health left on phase 3. This has got to be his final phase. He's doing the soul weave thing shit now. This has got to be
busting
it.
out the Avalon, like, just.
And then the funniest shit ever happened. Funniest shit ever. So I back off from him. He starts going for Atin, and I go, "Hey, fuck ass!" And he turns back to me, and he starts running at me. And then Atin runs up and hits him. And he turns around and goes towards Atin. And I'm like, "Hey, shit ass!" And he turns around and comes back to me. I'm not hitting him. I'm not doing anything. I am literally just screaming into the mic insults at him. And
You
he
gotta
just
understand, nothing that could possibly have registered in game to pull aggro. He's not wearing the threat ring. He's
Yep.
not casting
Nothing.
spells.
I got nothing left. I literally have like 10 HP left.
He's just sitting there hoping the mana
am
regen on his
literally
sword will kick in.
just insulting the man. And he keeps turning around and coming after me. And Atin sprints up, hits him in the back, and sprints the fuck away. And he goes after Atin again. And I'm just hurling more insults. I'm like, "Hey, fuck face!" And we're like, "How
I
is this
believe one
working?"
particularly memorable one was you said his what did you say about the cloak?
Oh fuck,
It was
man.
beautiful. I don't remember what you
I
said.
don't
It was
remember either.
beautiful.
I went off on a whole ass tangent because like the insults weren't working anymore. And I was just like, "Your cloak's this fucking piece of shit, wiggly ass bullshit." I just went off this whole fucking thing. And he finally turns around again for one last time, and stabs him for the one last time. And he finally fucking dies. Atin and I are both on literally like 20 and 10 HP left. Got nothing left on us. And his soul explodes, and we're both just like, "Holy fucking
We're like,
shit."
is that it?
we're both on like the edge of our sanity because you don't understand. We had been fighting Gale for 8 hours. The entire.
I wanna be clear.
We went
Straight.
to bed losing to Gale. We woke up. We got into the game and lost to Gale for another 8 hours. We were on the edge
The
of our
amount
sanity.
The
Honestly,
amount of
that sounds like
time
my
we
Midier fight.
the amount of time that we collectively spent fighting Gale and Midier, we actually could have sped run back to the DLC.
Yeah. Literally. Easily. Hands down. Could have beat the entire fucking DLC with a new save in the time we took to beat Midier and Gale on first run plus 7 saves.
It doesn't matter. We did it.
Now, to be fair, I think personally we had a far more epic time
Oh, absolutely.
fighting them both. But I will say, this is supposed to be a fan fiction podcast, and now,
We have not been talking about fanfiction for 4 hours.
well, no, you can consider the shit that Atin and I go through as fan fiction because, I mean, honestly, Scorcher Shattered Steel was literally based off of the playthrough that Max and I did together.
Yep.
Oh heavens! If I don't even know what kind of insanity it would become if we were to write a fanfiction of the retardation that occurred for us.
It would be something else. Because honestly, Dark Souls 3 was an amazing time. Elden Ring, I didn't co-op at all with anyone almost. Like, yeah, Atin and Max showed up occasionally, but like...
Oh, we showed up for the hard fights.
But here's the thing, Elden Ring is not right. Let me
I honestly played more with nose hair than either of you.
Yeah. But and here's the thing.
Well, that
right?
was mostly because we were stuck on the fucking first boss because we're
Yeah.
idiots and we're like, we're just gonna fucking bang our heads against the wall on this. Fuck actually doing things.
I mean that was hilarious. But like, here's the thing, Elden Ring, like, this is the one area where Elden Ring's open world nature worked against it. Right? You except for like the actual dungeons, you can't do it with a friend. Like, the open world nature of it makes it so right. Both of you having to run around and pick up the graces, both of you having to go and unlock the story content, like, it's so much more of a slog. Like, running through every area in a Dark Souls playthrough with a friend is already a slog.
Yeah, I'll say that, yeah. And,
Like, it's fun, but like, right?
Yeah.
You and right, like okay, we
the
think this is a
open world.
halfway point,
Yeah.
right? You got to hit that halfway point. And be like, okay, we think this is the halfway point.
Yeah.
We're gonna cash in our soul, right? I'm gonna jump off a ledge. The host is gonna sit at the bonfire. He'll cash in his souls. I'll cash in my souls. We'll do it again.
Yeah, and with Dark Souls, it wasn't that bad because Dark Souls was fairly straightforward once you actually got into an area. It was fairly straightforward of like, this is the next checkpoint, and so then you kind of just like switched off between getting to that checkpoint, and like once you sort of
Especially with
knew
Dark
the
Souls.
area, once you sort of knew the enemies, it was like, all right, not too bad catching up to each other. But with Elden Ring and how it was an open world that encouraged exploration, as Atin said, you basically only could do the boss fights together, because if you tried to explore together, you couldn't fucking use your horse. And if you couldn't fucking use your horse, the open world suddenly became less of an open world and more of
Yeah.
a fucking treadmill.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, there is a fucking mod to fix that. You shouldn't need a mod to
Oh,
fix it.
Yeah,
mod is
sure.
amazing.
There's a mod that
It's an
fixes
amazing
it,
mod. But again,
yeah.
if I have to use a mod or a wiki to fix something with your game, then oh, get this mod for this thing and it's amazing. It's shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Right,
Matt
that
and I
particular
played through Dark
aspect.
Souls together. No guides, no explanations, no wikis. We
the
just
only
did
time-
whatever.
The only time we used guides was when we were at our wits' end
with Midair.
Scythe McBitchface. Midair.
No, we never looked up Scythe Bitchface.
No, didn't we look up that she was bleedable?
Oh yeah, you're right. We did look up that she was vulnerable to bleed.
That was it. We were like, can we bleed her?
Yep.
Yes? Great.
We looked up a guide to Midair after we had spent the 400 embers on him.
Not an exaggeration, by the way. We counted.
Yeah. We counted specifically because I spent all my time that Atin wasn't playing with me farming embers. And so I gave him 400 some fucking embers.
And because and I want to be clear, we went into that and we were like, this is, I was like, I had like maybe 25 embers. I was like, maybe I should go farm for some embers. I only got like 25.
Yeah,
And
I was
Sneaky's
like, no, fuck you, you're fighting with me. And I gave him like 300.
Well, no, right? And we were like, it was like, Sneaky gives me 300 embers, and it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna be fine, right? No possible way we can be anything but fine.
Atin was like, there's no way we're gonna use all of these embers. Atin was like, bro, I'm out of embers.
We were incorrect.
I was like, shit. I gotta go farm more.
We were incorrect, sir. Very.
We spent like
incorrect.
3 days on Midair. It was bad.
Way too much.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Some of the most fun I've ever had.
It was so fun though. Between the invasions to get to Midair and the fucking shenanigans we got up to with that, the beating Midair finally, and then we found the dual greatswords, and both Atin and I had our fucking freak out about the dual greatswords. And then the fucking NPC PC fight, that was the best shit ever.
Yeah.
That was just chef's kiss, boys.
I'll
Yes.
answer your questions in a second.
Is Sneaky
So-
talking because he's cut off from me?
Yeah, I just had to blow my nose. You talked about how the Ronnie ending opens up for crossovers. How does that work? Okay, so The Ronnie ending opens up to you sealing off the Elden Ring world from outside interference, but to do that, you and Ronnie need to be on the outside of the Elden Ring world. And then you and Ronnie go on your 10,000-year journey while you let the Elden Ring world sort itself out after blocking the interference of the Outer Gods.
Mm-hmm.
So effectively, you have to go somewhere, right? And so saying that you and Ronnie with your dimensional travel, because that's literally what fucking Ronnie is doing to exit herself from the Elden Ring world timeline so she can seal it with magic to prevent outer gods from influencing it. You literally can just go anywhere. It's literally a familiar of Zero worm situation of where the characters can just go anywhere because of the opportunities afforded to them by the lore.
Yeah.
It's pretty open.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of open, let's talk about Ruby again.
Fuck! I thought we distracted you enough. Fuck.
The
was foolish of you.
Wild Starter!
I'm gonna go grab more rum.
Weiss lived her life as a schnee,
No,
not
you know what?
knowing the
Listen,
truth
it's
was hidden
9:45.
from her. It's 10:45.
I love some of you.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Alright.
Alright.
Not
Yeah,
knowing
I am gonna
the
continue. I'm gonna go be
truth.
playing Breath of the Wild.
Not Tears of the Kingdom.
Or Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah.
Personally,
It's
I
it's
like calling it. I have surprisingly got a number of acknowledgments from people playing the game of calling it Breath of the Wild Trail of Tears.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. After fighting
Maybe the-
Brelock, I'm definitely fucking crying my eyes out.
Well,
Fuck those
it
things.
might be the Korok's tears. With
Yeah.
The war crimes committed.
Between all the war crimes committed against the goblins and the Koroks, it's definitely a Trail
Look,
of Tears
They
moment.
didn't sign the Geneva Convention.
Exactly.
Koroks aren't people. Change my mind.
It's not a war crime if they never signed the Geneva Convention. Anyway.
And with that, good night, everyone.
Good night, man.
Yeah, I'm out. See you laters.
One that her own true mother begged Willow Schnee to keep from her. With the secret brought a new life for Weiss, and Willow raised as her own. Never breaking the promise she made to an old friend, Weiss is a faunus and fucks Ruby. Man, white women just can't catch a break no matter what. They just take the fucking a dog in the head.
Really, Yang, the family pet?
Alright, well, you know what? I'm actually sufficiently drunk.
Drunk enough.
I'm gonna be real. I had like 8 spiced creams.
Is that a lot?
I had 1.5 liters. I now have not 1.5 liters.
How big is a
That
glass?
sounds like a
Or
lot.
drink?
Oh, I'm using a bourbon glass.
Oh.
Yeah. That's 4 fingers. 4 fingers of glass.
Oh. Wow, I'm using a whole hand size, but yeah, damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. It's getting really hard for me to read, not because it's blurring out. Well, it is blurring out. Don't get me wrong. It's getting hard for me to read because my nose is getting so fucking stuffy because I forgot to take my medication.
Ah, fair. You know what? for old time's sake, I'm gonna check into our old friend Ruby
Ruby.
just to see what they're
Oh,
fucking
no.
doing.
So, next up, we have King of Grimm, World's Strongest Hunter, faces challenges, old enemies, new enemies, strange enemies, consequences. Grimm are mutating, and everything leads back to the Ark family. What is up with the Ark family? What is up with the Ark family friends? Let us see what's going on with the Ark family. OC overpowered John.
No,
No.
no, no.
If anyone tells them, if anyone asks, tell them we're fine. This is how the real fight with Salem would go down. Ren times Nora,
Weiss John,
Weiss
Bumblebee,
John,
and Rose
Blake.
Garden?
Blake times Yang, and I guess
Yeah.
that's Pura times Ruby?
Is it Oscar?
Maybe.
I don't think
Penny?
so. No, Penny is nuts and bolts.
Hold on. I'm literally just fucking looking it up on Google.
I'm sorry.
Ruby Oscar. Ruby Oscar.
Really? They're
Yep.
calling the fucking pedophilia route Rose Garden. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, well, with that, we're just gonna stop it tonight. I'm gonna pay sign live on air. And then, I
no.
said if I got drunk enough, I was gonna give you money, and I consider this sufficiently drunk enough.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Obviously, I'm not stupid enough to put my PayPal live on air, or
And
my
you're not drunk enough yet to do that.
No, I'm pretty smart even when drunk.
Nice. Also, I have. Oh wait, that's the same person. I was about to say there's a second Rose Garden, but it's the same author.
Yeah, it's same author. So send money. I want to save it to the lolly guy.
uh,
Let me just tell you,
Oh.
dude, you got the most generic fucking name I've ever heard.
Potato.
Eat my ass. Here's $100.
I can't believe.
Nice.
I can't believe John Lollyrape is your name.
Yeah, John Lollyrape. I can't believe you would ever put your name like that into fucking PayPal like that. Like, man, come on, John Lollyrape.
Well, a man's gotta be honest.
All right, and with that, good night, everybody. There's always more, and it always gets worse.